They won the toss as they had elected to have a bat first. We will talk you through the playing 11 as well. But before that, we'll just tell you the nature of the wicket. It's completely dry over there. There's hardly a blade of grass, and it will be quite difficult for the bowlers to get a wicket or two over there, since the fast bowlers don't get much assistance. But the spinners will definitely come into play as the match progresses further on. Well, to tell you the Delhi Capitals playing 11, it's Prithvi Shaw, Shikhar Dhawan, Shreyas Iyer, Rishabh Pant, Rutherford, Colin Ingram, Akshar Patel, Kagiso Rabada, Sandeep Lamichhane, Amit Mishra and Ishant Sharma. And Karthikeya will tell you the Royal Challengers Bangalore playing 11.
Thank you, Wali. Good afternoon to all our listeners. Good afternoon, Wali. The playing 11 for RCB then. Parthiv Patel, Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers, Marcus Stoinis, Henry Klassen comes in, Shivam Dubey as well. We got Gurkeerat Singh Mann, Washington Sundar, Navdeep Saini, Umesh Yadav and Yuzvendra Chahal. That's the 11 for Royal Challengers Bangalore. The changes as far as the game is concerned: Akshdeep Nath is out and Gurkeerat replaces him with Shivam Dubey also taking place of Tim Saudi, while Moeen Ali obviously out, gone back with the England camp, and Henry Klassen replaces him in the playing 11. While for Delhi, Sandeep comes in for the place of Chris Morris, and who have won the toss, elected to bat first, have Delhi Capitals. So great news for all the Nepali fans that Sandeep Lamichhane getting a game, and he is in the playing 11. While as far as the last six fixtures at this venue is concerned, between the two sides, it's not been a happy hunting ground for Delhi Capitals, their home side, because it's RCB who won the last six here on the trot.
And Virat Kohli has done the major of the scoring for them. He scored 56 in 2011. In 2012 he scored 73. 2013 he scored a 99. 2015 35. 2017 58 and 2018 70, and they've all been won by the Royal Challengers Bangalore. So it will be an interesting contest, because this is a completely different Delhi Capitals outlook. While also comparing the Royal Challengers Bangalore, they were looking solid as the tournament progressed, as they did register 3 wins on the trot quite recently. But the exclusion of Dale Steyn due to a shoulder injury, and with Moeen Ali going back to England for the World Cup, I think they're now back to square one.
Absolutely, I think looks again a depleted side as far as Royal Challengers Bangalore are concerned. They finally broke that losing streak, got a few wins under the belt, but now again they are at the bottom of the table at the 8th spot with only 8 points. While Rajasthan Royals have certainly turned their season around. They've gotten a couple of wins, a few wins under their belt. They've moved up to 6th now, and their qualification chances are still alive as far as Rajasthan Royals are concerned. While RCB, it's going to be a very difficult road for them going forward. Chennai Super Kings continue to lead the table. They've got 16 points from 12 games, while Mumbai Indians are second with 14 points from 11 outings. Same for Delhi Capitals as well, 14 points from 11 matches, but it's Mumbai Indians ahead of Delhi Capitals on the basis of net run rate, while on the other hand you got Sunrisers Hyderabad in the 4th position, Kings 11 Punjab 5th with 10 points, Rajasthan Royal as well with 10 points but are 6th with a game played extra, and then it's Kolkata Knight Riders who've the wheels have come off, as one can say. They started off tremendously well, and then since then lost last 6 games on the trot have Kolkata Knight Riders. RCB bottom, as some people say, back where they belong, right at the bottom with only 8 points from 11 matches.
So it's going to be an interesting contest between the two. If Delhi Capitals do manage to win this game, then one of the foot will be inside the playoffs. So they'll also move to second. Meanwhile, the second game will be between the Kolkata Knight Riders and the Mumbai Indians at the Eden Gardens. And if you talk about KKR, they have 3 matches to go. They still have 3 more games, and if they do manage to win the rest of the 3, they will have 14 points on the board. They might finish at 4th. They might qualify for the playoffs, but they will have to win today's game. And Mumbai Indians is a tough team to beat. They sit comfortably on 2nd position, and if you look at the net run rate, plus 0.537, it just speaks volumes over there. They won comprehensive. They have won games in comprehensive manner, and they are definitely the team to beat. Coming back to the first game, it's Shreyas Iyer once again who had won the toss, as he elected to have a bat first. Shikhar Dhawan will be opening the innings along with Prithvi Shaw, and a total of 160, 170 is something which they'd be eyeing, or would they want something more than that, Delhi Capitals?
Well, first of all, I think anywhere close to 170 will be a decent score. I won't say it's a match-winning score just because of the simple fact that it's a small ground, Firozakotla, and 170 is quite chaseable. We got Durga Das Maji as an RCB fan tuning in because he supports and loves AB de Villiers. Mohammad Rajan also in with us on YouTube. Upendra Upadhyay as well. Very warm welcome to all of you as we speak now. Delhi Daredevils, they were Delhi Daredevils, they won a couple of matches against RCB, and since then they've lost their next 6 here at the Firozshah Kotla. So they will be looking to change that trend. Will be Delhi Capitals after those 6 consecutive losses against Royal Challengers Bangalore. Not very far away from the start of play. We'll have the first ball in about a couple of minutes, but before that, again, we'll remind you that it was Delhi Capitals who won the toss and elected to bat first. As far as the head-to-head is concerned, it is in favour of Royal Challengers Bangalore. I don't think there's any head-to-head that's ever been in favour of Delhi Capitals.
Well, they were equal to Mumbai Indians. They've won 12, they've lost 12 as well. So there has been quite a contest between the two teams when it comes to Delhi and Mumbai. But if you talk about the temperature today, it's a 42 degrees Celsius. I have to feel for the players out there.
Absolutely, it's going to be a very, very tough day, and thankfully Delhi, who are batting right now, they will come out and field at around let's say 6ish, and then it'll be a little cooler compared to what it is right now. So tough luck for RCB, who have to come out and sweat it out in the heat of Delhi. The players are coming out, and it's AB de Villiers with the Marcus Stoiner sharing a joke with the 11 striding out, the tiniest one. Not Yaswendra Chahal, but Parthiv Patel as well in the side for RCB. Will be very interesting here. If Delhi Capitals can get to a good start and get a few runs on the board, then it will be challenge for Royal Challengers Bangalore.
Well, I'm pretty sure that the joke was something regarding a good tanning at the Delhi at the Firozshah Kotla. It's about to start over here. Shikhar Dhawan and Prithvi Shaw, the two openers, walking into the field, and Shikhar Dhawan is in fine form. He scored a belligerent 50 in the previous game against the Rajasthan Royals, and he's 4th in the list of the orange cap. And if you talk about Dhawan versus Virat, 24 games have been played by Dhawan, 823 runs struck by him. 39 is his average, and if you talk about Virat Kohli, 13 games for him at Delhi, and 587 runs also. So he's quite a decent batsman over here. Sunil Nathani is here with us. He's back with us listening to from Ivory Coast. So welcome, Sunil Nathani. Durga Das Maji is an RCB fan because of AB de Villiers. Well, I'm sure that you're not the only one, Durga Das. MD Rajan is here with us. Welcome, MD Rajan. Upendra Upadhyay and Sunil Nathani is supporting RCB to keep CSK on the top. Well, CSK, the good thing for CSK that they have qualified, and the reason for that is because Rajasthan won the game against the Sunrisers Hyderabad.
So that's good news for Chennai Super Kings fans that they have booked their place in the playoffs. But even then, it's not over. You want to finish in the top 2 because then you will have another crack if you lose your qualifier. Shikhar Dhawan and Prithvi Shaw, the two openers out there for Delhi Capitals. Prithvi Shaw had a brilliant 100 in earlier in the season. Well, we've got Shikhar Dhawan, who's got 401 runs in this season for Delhi Capitals. Started off slowly, but he's regained his old touch as Gabbar, and it will be very important that the homeboy, the local lad, Shikhar Dhawan, goes on and gets Delhi off to a brilliant start here. They will be against a depleted bowling lineup of Royal Challengers Bangalore. Remember, Dale Steyn came in for one game, then had a shoulder inflammation, and he's been advised ample rest, so he won't be taking any more further part in the IPL. Devendra Singh Dhuna, good evening sir, how are you? And it's 3, 2, 1. Let's play, gentlemen, at the Firozshah Kotla with Umesh Yadav having the ball in his hand, a slip in position as the first delivery. And Prithvi Shaw just stands and cuts it away, not much foot movement there. Straight to Virat Kohli at extra cover, no runs on that occasion.
Well, it's a happy homecoming for Virat Kohli. He is a Delhi lad and he's quite confident that today he might be able to do something over here. And there was a gesture towards the dressing room by Virat Kohli during the toss. What was that all about?
I know he just flexed his muscle and signaled 9 towards the dressing room. Maybe he's saying that we'll win the 9 years ago. I think he was here. Was it?
I don't know. And there was a bit of controversy yesterday night, if you remember, about him regarding him not making the vote in the general elections. But recently he posted on Instagram that he has a voter ID from Gurugram, so he's going to vote from there. So there has been a little controversy struck by Virat Kohli. He is a Delhi lad. One for no loss single finally taken by Prithvi Shaw. Flicks it towards the square leg boundary, and Umesh Yadav had a pretty decent game in the previous match, took 3 wickets against the Kings 11 Punjab. It's 1 for no loss, and it'll be Shikhar Dhawan who will now take the strike from the other end.
Sunil Natani says Umesh Yadav will have the dream spell today. Are you referring to his exploits from the Dinda Academy, sir? Then it'll be good for Delhi Capitals, that's for sure. Devinder Singh excited about the coverage. Thank you so much. It's 1 for no loss Delhi Capitals at the Firozshah Kotla, and despite being 42 odd degrees in Delhi, it's packed. Is Firozshah Kotla. Being a Sunday, the local people have gone to the stadium. It's packed to the rafters, not a single seat empty, as now Dhawan dubs one away through towards a backward point, and that will be a dot delivery. It's great to see that, whether be harsh or not, the love for cricket, the love for IPL is still there, and what a cracker of a wicket. I say that because there are only cracks is what I can see on the surface.
I think if you put if you actually drop a water over there, then I think there will be smoke coming out of the wicket, because it's quite dry, and it will be a batting paradise for the batsmen out there. Now it's up to them to capitalize. It's a wide delivery, and he comes down the track, Shikhar Dhawan, and smashes one over the cover fielder. It's the first boundary of the day, 5 for no loss, and what a good shot that was.
Use of the feet, taking the aggressive route against his India colleague, or may I say ex-India colleague. He's not in the World Cup squad, is Umesh Yadav down the track. He knows this wicket very well, Shikhar Dhawan. He's born in Delhi, played a lot of cricket here, and once again coming down the track, making use of the width and slashing it over the cover cordon, over the infield, and collects a boundary. And with that, there's been a field change. Third man has come in the 30-yard circle, and Point has been pushed through towards the boundary rope. So sweeper cover straight away in action. It's a defensive captaincy from Virat Kohli, and now Umesh comes back with a slower one, which was 142 k's an hour. Looked like a slow one. Maybe it's just how slow he's become over the years as Umesh Yadav rusting up. But it's 5 for no loss Delhi Capitals. Dhawan on 4, Prithvi Shaw on 1 at the moment. As far as Dhawan's tournament is concerned, got off to a decent start, 43 and 51, then 16, 30, a couple of failures, 97 not out against KKR, and then 50s against Kings 11 Punjab and Rajasthan Royals in his last 2 outings. So he'll be looking to continue that good form. As Umesh bowls the last delivery, drives, it's in the air, and a shot off the man at mid-off. So that'll be a dot ball to end the over. 1 gone. 5 for no loss Delhi Capitals.
A decent start by the Royal Challengers Bangalore, not going for many runs over there, but a decent start for Shikhar Dhawan as well. But if you talk about Shikhar Dhawan's overall IPL career, it has been quite phenomenal, because he's played 154 games. He has an average of 33 and has scored 36 50s, not a single century. He could have scored it against the Kolkata Knight Riders, but it wasn't the case, and I hope so that happens. So 36 50s with a strike rate of 124. He is a phenomenal batsman, Shikhar Dhawan, and it's good news for Team India that if he goes high on confidence, also knowing the fact that he's a major hit when it comes to the ICC tournament, then he can turn out to be a real match winner for Team India.
Well, he certainly loves the ICC tournaments, does Shikhar Dhawan. You know, when he's out there, when he can't score runs to save his life, make him play an ICC tournament, and he'll get all those runs. Shikhar Dhawan. Ulash Golcha back with us, and he's supporting RCB today, while Tenzin, thank you very much. You're back and welcome back. Abdul Rahman is with us supporting AB de Villiers. Ibrahim Benjamin de Villiers. What a man, what a player. But for his batting, for his show, the ABD show, Mr. 360, you'll have to wait for a while, because it's Delhi who are batting right now. And now there's a spin from Virat Kohli introduced. That's Shivam Dubey, who's Washington Sundar it is, who's been now given the ball, and the first delivery right on the money, slightly back of length in line with the off stump, played away defensively by Prithvi Shaw. Prithvi Shaw, apart from that 100 that he got, 99 that he got, yeah. I'll give him that as 100, because he batted very well in that, but apart from that he hasn't done a great bit for Delhi Capitals. Today's a chance for him to show his class on the home turf, as he now works on the way towards wideish mid-off, completes a single. He moves up to 2, does Prithvi Shaw. Delhi Capitals 6 for no loss. This will be interesting. The off-spinner against the left-hander Shikhar Dhawan.
And he has struggled against the off-spinner Shikhar Dhawan. He majorly plays the off-spinner on the back foot, and we remember the number of times that Ravi Chandran Ashwin has got Shikhar Dhawan's number. It's around 4 times he's got his wicket, and that is the reason why Virat Kohli has backed Washington Sundar to bowl the second over, because if Shikhar Dhawan gets going, then he can turn out to be a real threat for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Coming back to Prithvi Shaw, well, he is a really good talent. Made a
great start to his international career as well in the Test series against Australia, but then
against the West Indies, he
got that 100, right? and then was included in the squad for the Australia test, but then injured his ankle.
Right.
Unfortunately, was out. But he has to turn that in for form for Delhi Capitals as well, Wally.
Well, absolutely. He needs to turn that form. And he was far more consistent in the previous season. He didn't get a good run of games. He was there in the business end of the period, the final 4 to 5 games, and he scored a couple of 30s. He also scored 2 50s in that. So he was far more consistent in the previous season, and that's how he came to the limelight of the big game. He did win the Under-19 World Cup as a captain. He did play some good performances over there. Ian Bishop compared him. Ian Bishop saw shades of Sachin Tendulkar and Brian Lara when Prithvi Shaw bats. So if that is not a benchmark that is being set for you, then what will keep you going?
Absolutely. I don't think it can get any bigger than that. But now Prithvi Shaw comes down the track and hits Sundar over his head. One bounce into the side screen. Boundary there for the young right-hander. Finally, breaking loose is Prithvi Shaw. Wasn't to the pitch of the ball, but still managed to get enough power on it, enough elevation to get it over the bowler's head. And now cuts one away through backward point. Back-to-back boundaries for Prithvi Shaw. It's 15 for no loss, Delhi Capitals. And after a slow start, got off the Prithvi Shaw. He's now turning the screws on.
Well, it was a short delivery by Washington Sundar, and Prithvi Shaw just loves it when he gets a room outside the off stump. He hit that with one hand, but the backlift is such a that it generates such power and timing that it will rush towards the boundary line, and that was a really good shot by Prithvi Shaw.
Excellent fielding effort by Yaswinder Jonty Chahal, diving over the ball.
You should never do that. You should always slide along with the ball, never go over it, because you could also get injured. But Chahal needs to have a few lessons in fielding. A good delivery to come back by Washington Sundar, came back in, inside edge by Prithvi Shaw. No run taken. It's 15 for no loss after 2 overs.
Good over that for Delhi Capitals. 10 runs coming off it, including that leg by of Shikhar Dhawan. So the score has moved up to 15 now for no loss. That's 7.5 runs in over after a sedate first over from Umesh Yadav, where only one boundary in a single came. It's now 15 on the board for no loss, and Prithvi Shaw starting to get those boundaries going. And it's be very, very important that these two get Delhi off to a good start if they have to put up a massive total on the board and try and give their bowlers a chance at the small and a batting friendly Firozshah Kotla in Delhi. We got Tyrus Thomas supporting RCB today, and Ibrahim Benjamin de Villiers, AB de Villiers, and Anish Ambani says good afternoon Anish, who are you supporting today?
I'm sure it's not Mumbai, because he never supports Mumbai, so that's quite odd from an Ambani. But coming back to the first game, it's a 15 for no loss. Delhi Capitals had won the toss as they elected to bat first, and Shikhar Dhawan is on 4 of 5 deliveries. Meanwhile, Prithvi Shaw, he's on 10 after facing 7 deliveries. One boundary under Shikhar Dhawan's bat. Prithvi Shaw having 2 boundaries in the previous over. Umesh Yadav bowled the first over, went for 5 runs. Washington Sundar bowled the second, went for 9 runs, and it's another over by spin. This time it's a Yuzvendra Chahal. Shikhar Dhawan welcomes him with a big 6. Well, yes, it is a big 6.
What a shot by Shikhar Dhawan, straight away dances down the track, gets to the pitch of the ball, and with a straight bat hits it over the bowler's head and collects a maximum. Dhawan says, welcome to my church, Yuzvendra Chahal. This is Delhi. I am Gabbar. Down the track and over the bowler's head for a maximum. Wonderful shot. That'll give him a lot of confidence. And now the ploy of getting the spinners in the action the first 6 overs. Firing back at the moment, at least firing back at RCB and Virat Kohli. 3 sixes, 3 boundaries and a 6 already, as Dhawan again looks to dash down the track. Seeing that, Chahal drops it a little short. Intelligent stuff from the little leg spinner, and Dhawan was looking to work it on the onside. Raps on the pad. No runs on that occasion. 21 for no loss. Vishal Dahal says win or loss, forever RCB. That's great support for your outfit, as the next deliveries worked away on the onside, but straight to that short fine leg fielder. No runs on that occasion for Dhawan.
21 for no loss, 2.2 overs bowled, and Yuzvendra Chahal is that sort of a bowler who will not be dominated by many of the batsmen when they come dancing down the tracks, because he slightly bowls it away from the off stump. But that's another big shot by Shikhar Dhawan. Will it be a 6? No, just one bounce into the fence, and that's another boundary. It was a wayward delivery drifting down the leg side. It was short of a length, and Dhawan makes no mistakes as he strikes another boundary for the Delhi Capitals. It's now 25 for no loss, and he looks in fine touch. And if you give Shikhar Dhawan the flattest of flat wickets, then he's an absolute king on such wickets.
Well, he's a bully on such tracks is Shikhar Dhawan. And now 10 of the over from Chahal, as he's bowled now a googly on the pad line. Not a great line, a good idea though to bowl that googly, and then a single there for Dhawan towards mid wicket. It's 25 on the board for Delhi Capitals for no loss. We're into over number 3. As far as the power play overs are concerned, it's certainly the start that Delhi have got so far that they'll be happy with it. Prithvi getting a few boundaries. Dhawan also getting into the act with a 6 and a 4. And now it'll be interesting with the right-hander against the leg spinner. Prithvi Shaw goes big. It's over mid-on. One bounce into the fence for 4. Well, it's turning out to be a great over for Delhi Capitals. 3 overs gone. It's 30 for no loss. 15 coming from that over.
The Chahal being taken to the cleaners by both the sets of batsmen, and Vishal Dahal is saying that he's supporting Delhi Capitals from the first season, irrespective of him not knowing that Sandeep Lamichhane would have made the list later on. So that's good support by Vishal.
RCB.
RCB. Okay, so I'm really sorry about that. Then you're supporting RCB. Then you should be supporting Delhi Capitals since you're from Nepal. But if you talk about some figures over here, then only twice the Delhi Capitals have defended the Royal Challengers since the start of 2011. The two sides faced off in 16 matches in the span with RCB winning in 12. So they haven't succeeded much while batting for the Delhi Capitals, and hopefully for the Delhi fans they might be able to overturn that. We'll just give it a look. It's 30 for no loss after 3 overs. A decent start for Delhi.
Absolutely. After a slow over, the first one where they only got 5, they've turned the heat on. 5 in the first, 10 in the second, 15 in the third. Will it be 20 in the fourth? Well, mathematically and the logical reasoning part in a exam question paper, Delhi should get 20 in this over. I'm happy with 15 anyway. 30 for no loss, a great start. They're up to 10 and over now are Delhi, and it's Umesh Yadav to bowl over number 4 as Dhawan works one away towards the vacant cover point region, picks up a single, and that will take Dhawan up to 16 of just 11 deliveries. Umesh Yadav, well, surprisingly, from the Rinda Academy, bowled a cracking first over with only 5 coming off it. And Titus Thomas says Pawan Negi should have played today. Well, looking at the nature of the wicket, Titus, I'd believe that you'd want to have as many spinners in your side as possible. It's a dry wicket. As well, he said if you drop a drop of water, it'll probably won't even reach the wicket. It'll dry off. It's that hot and it's that dry, the surface. As now Prithvi drives one away through the cover corner. Beautiful shot that from Prithvi Shaw. Stand and deliver. Wasn't a very poor delivery from Umesh Yadav. Good length just outside off, but drives it through the line on the up and collects a boundary, does Prithvi Shaw. 35 for no loss. It's 5 of the over already.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Umesh Yadav over there. It was a perfect delivery, but the nature of the wicket is such that Prithvi Shaw didn't even need to go move forward. It just came onto him, and what a beautiful shot that was. He just punches that towards the cover region, one of his favourite shots. It's now 35 for no loss after 3.2 overs, and RCB have won each of the last 6 matches in the IPL at the Firozshah Kurla, so that's another stat which is totally towards their favour, but it might possibly change today considering the fact that the RCB have not been in the best of form, even though they've won 3 games on the trot, and that is an edge. Is that an edge? Well, there is an edge. So Umesh Yadav gets his first wicket, and it's a catch taken by Parthiv Patel.
Using his chest as well as Parthiv Patel like a footballer, but in the end that's the end of Prithvi Shaw. Gone for 18. First blow for Delhi Capitals. Umesh Yadav strikes at 35 now for the loss of 1 wicket. The umpires are having a quick word. I'm not very sure about what, as Prithvi walked already. Well, they are appealing, and have they taken the DRS as well? I'm not very sure what's happening. Yes, now they've referred it to the third umpire with a soft signal being out, as the ball, did it take the edge or not, and did it come into the gloves, or did it hit the chest of Parthiv Patel? I'm not sure if that makes any difference in the end, because if there was an edge, the catch was taken. Doesn't matter how it comes. I hit the crest first, the chest, and not the gloves, so maybe that could be a problem there. But well,
how does it matter? But
I'm not very sure if it does. And
I think they're just checking if the ball bounced. I'm not quite sure. This is
Parthiv Patel was down on his knees. Remember, just imagine Umesh Yadav is his 148 hitting Parthiv Patel on the chest. Poor Parthiv. Well, the third umpire is being called upon, and now he confirms it out. I'm not very sure what the problem was. Anyway, if there was an edge and the catch was completed, it should have been done. But now it's been confirmed. He is gone. Is Prithvi Shaw gone for 18 of 10 deliveries. Is 35 for the loss of 1 wicket. And Sunil sir, yes, you told us that Umesh will have a dream spell, and he's turning it on here today. Picked up a wicket as well. You've got Yashika Zapola supporting Delhi Capitals, along with Milna Gurung as well. All of you supporting Delhi, while we've got RCB supporters in Akshay Mapari as well today. Very warm welcome, and well done Yadav ji for taking the wicket of Shaw, says Anish Ambani.
And Sunil Nadani, if you remember the game against Chennai, Umesh Yadav was having a dream spell then also. He took 2 wickets of Faf du Plessis and Kedar Jadhav, but then came the final over and then he was taken apart by Mahendra Singh Dhoni, so it doesn't take a while for Umesh Yadav to get smashed all across the park. But as an RCB fan, you'll be hoping that he does well once again. It's 35 for 1 after 3.3 overs. Shikhar Dhawan is on 16 of 11 deliveries. Prithvi Shaw once again disappointing. He got settled in. He had a really good stint out there. He did play a couple of boundaries and then he just walks back, and that has been the problem with him. His feet movement, his lack of feet movement has been a problem, and that is why he's most of the time got out by nicking it one to the keeper.
Absolutely, and with that the Sehwagness that he has, not a lot of foot movement for him, and then the back lift, obviously that has been a problem, but I think as his career grows he will continue to improve. It is the captain now, Shreyas Iyer, who's come out to join Shikhar Dhawan as he faced the first delivery outside edge and between the keeper and shot. Third man runs away towards the fence for 4. Boundary for Prithvi Shaw to start off his innings. Wasn't right off the middle of the bat. Won't say it was guided between that area. Was edgy, but in the end a boundary there. So 4 wicket and 4. These are the last 3 deliveries as Umesh has bowled. Only dealing in extremes is Umesh Yadav, and now a single for Shreyas Iyer takes the score to 40 for 1.
It's 40 for 1, and Sunil Nadani saying that, yes sir, I remember that, very true. So that's what I said about Umesh Yadav. He is bowling decently well today. Let's just see if he'll be able to finish it in the right manner or not. Devinder Singh Duhan is saying that please provide us with the scorecard. Well, we'll keep on updating you with the score. Don't you worry, Devinder. It's just 40 for 1 after 3.5 overs. Anish Ambani is saying well done Yadav by taking the big wicket of Prithvi Shaw. Well, you have to say well done Parthiv Patel, because he almost made a mess of that. It was a comfortable catch, and had he taken it with a reverse cup then it would have been much easier, but he almost dropped that. It would have been a big catch to drop. It's 40 for 1, 3.5 overs have been bowling to Shikhar Dhawan there. It was a wayward delivery targeting towards the leg side. We didn't flicks it. Takes a single, does Shikhar Dhawan. The score now moves on to 41, and if you talk about this over, 11 runs coming out of it, so it's another expensive one, even though a wicket has fallen for the RCB.
Well, I think he's lucky to get away with that was Umesh Yadav. It was a foolish delivery on the pads, and on another day, another time, that would have been whipped away for 4 by Shikhar Dhawan, but only a single to end the over. So 41 for the loss of 1 wicket. Delhi Capitals after 4 overs, still going great guns at the moment at Delhi. 10.25 the current run rate. If they maintain that, they'll easily take them up and beyond 200, which may be a good score on a wicket like that. The win won at Firozshah Kotla. We got Dhanveer Lama also tuning in, and all of you who are tuning in from Nepal, good news for you. Sandeep Lamechane, Sandeep Dai is playing today. He's in the playing 11 for Delhi Capitals. Will be interesting. How many more matches Delhi need to win to qualify for the top 4? I was asking Dhanveer Lama.
I think if they win today,
they're through.
Because even Chennai Super Kings have the same number of points. They have 16 points. Delhi are currently on 14. So if Delhi, Mumbai and Chennai, since they have 16 as well, win today, then they will be through, because Sunrise Hyderabad, who were at 4th, lost the game yesterday. They have 10 points on the board. So it's important for Delhi and Mumbai's sake that they win the game today in order to qualify for the top 4. Devinder Singh, Titus Thomas thinks that RCB will win the game, and it's 41 for 1 after 4 overs. It's turning out to be a decent power play for the Delhi Capitals, even though they've picked a big wicket of Prithvi Shaw. It's now the express fast bowler Navdeep Saini who comes into ball, and Shikhar Dhawan welcomes him in grand style, just picks him towards the leg side region. What a big 6. It's a flat 6er, and exactly the way he introduced, he welcomed Yuzvendra Chahar. He has done the exact same thing to Navdeep Saini. It was a wayward delivery drifting down the leg. He clips it towards the square leg boundary, and that's another 6. Shikhar Dhawan batting well once again. He moves on to 23 after that 6.
He's made it a habit, hasn't he, Shikhar Dhawan, greeting bowlers with a 6. First Chahal, as you said, and now it's Navdeep Saini, the young fast bowler, flicked away for a 6, and that's what I said. Umesh was lucky to get away with that. It was a very similar delivery that Umesh bowled. He only conceded a single, but poor Navdeep Saini whipped away for a 6. 47 for 1 Delhi Capitals then. Dhawan is on 23 as he now pushes one towards point, looking for a single, but then in the end says no, does Shreyas Iyer, the captain. Navdeep Saini, good decent pace from the young lad. Very close to 150 is what he bowls in the IPL. Shikhar Dhawan, as far as his strike rate is concerned in the first 6 overs this season, it's been around 147, 148 in the early parts of the inning. So he's every now and then when he's gotten a start and when he's gotten to score the runs, he's given Delhi a great start.
Well, that is to be the case for Delhi Capitals, and he did quite well against Kings 11 Punjab in the previous game. Against the Rajasthan Royals in the previous game as well. He gave Delhi a solid start, got more than 60 runs in the first 6 overs for Delhi Capitals, and that's what set the platform for that big run chase of 191. Well, coming back to today's game, is 47 for 1. Shikhar Dhawan looking quite set with the bat, and that's a quick single taken by Shreyas Iyer. So now the captain of the Delhi Capitals will have the strike. He's on 5 of 2 deliveries. Shikhar Dhawan is on 24 of 14 with 2 boundaries and 2 sixes under his belt. So 48 for 1. The score is after 4.3 overs.
He got an excellent 97, no doubt, against Kolkata Knight Riders as well, did Shikhar Dhawan. So he's back in form as Gabbar, and that's great news. Not just for Delhi Capitals, but for India as well, which will be touring England for the World Cup very soon after the IPL is over. 48 for 1, Delhi Capitals. And or is Mahabir also tuning in. Very good evening, sir. How are you? And we are doing well, and I hope you're enjoying the coverage as now it's 48 for 1. Delhi Capitals. Fine leg is in the 30-yard circle. Mid-wicket, mid-off, mid-on, extra cover point and backward point, all in position as Navdeep now bowls a straight-up delivery line with the off-stump. And it's a dot ball. We've got Devendra. The IT team is actually, to be honest, working on the scorecard. We are trying to go on and get it up as soon as we can. As far as the tech scorecard is concerned, it will be great, I know, and we're trying to get our IT team to get that sorted as soon as it's done. I think a lot of the tuners will enjoy that. So just bide with us, give us some time. In fact, give the IT team some time, and they are working on it currently. As now worked away between mid-wicket and mid-on, beautifully timed there from Shreyas Iyer. That will be a boundary, much to the delight of all the Delhi Capital fans at the Firozshah Kotla, as the score crosses 50 now. It's 52 for the loss of 1 wicket. Shreyas moves on to 9, and again Navdeep Saini, despite the pace, erring in line, a little too straight on that occasion, in line with the middle and leg stump, and nothing AB de Villiers running from mid-on could do about it. Beautifully timed, wonderful use of the wrists, and that's a 4 there. In fact, AB was at mid-wicket, Virat was at mid-on, 2 of the better fielders in the RCB outfit, and Shreyas Iyer pairs the gap to perfection.
Well, shades of Virat Kohli in that shot by Shreyas Iyer. Was a beautiful shot towards the mid-wicket region and got an important boundary for his Delhi team. And once again, 11 runs coming off this over as well. Apart from that first over in which 5 runs came, it has been a pretty expensive outing for the Royal Challengers of Bangalore. It's 52 for 1 after 5 overs. Sunil Nathani is stating that catch taken by Ben Stokes reminds me of Jaunty Rhodes. Well, it was an outstanding catch, and we have seen quite a few good catches taken in this tournament. It was Colin Ingram and Akshar Patel, that partnership of to dismiss Chris Gayle. That was a brilliant catch. Karen Pollard's catch at deep extra cover to dismiss Suresh Raina. So you tell us what your favorite catches were. We will get into that as well. But coming back to the score, it's 52 for 1 after 5 overs. A good power play so far. Final over coming up, and I think Shikhar Dhawan will make the most of it.
Well, absolutely, he'll try and make the most of it, but in doing so, Delhi will be hoping he doesn't throw his wicket away. They've gotten off to a great start of Delhi Capitals. It's Umesh Yadav who's bowling the final over of the power play as he beats Dhawan outside the off-stump. Dhawan looking to cut that through the offside, and was a little too close. And that catch that you were talking about, Mr. Nutani, certainly did remind us of Jaunty Rhodes. Full length, mid-air, airborne, diving towards his left. And well, he's taken so many catches like that. Jaunty Rhodes, what a legend he has been. Abhijit Patole also tuning in, and Milna Gurung saying Delhi will win. Well, I'm hoping that Delhi will win today as well. I'm a Delhi Capital supporter, but then I'll try and be as neutral as I can as Dhawan charges down the track and clobbers it back past the bowler. That will be another boundary for Dhawan. Umesh Yadav, 148 kilometers an hour or no, 145 or no respect. Utter disdain from Shikhar Dhawan, charges down the track to Umesh Yadav and hits it back past the bowler for 4.
Well, it was bowled at a quick pace, but it went down the wicket at an even quicker pace by Shikhar Dhawan. Just demolished Umesh Yadav with that beautiful shot. Just came down the track and clobbered it towards the long on region. Another 4 for Shikhar Dhawan. The score is now 56 for 1. Dhawan once again providing a good start for his team, the Delhi Capitals. 4 more deliveries remain to be bowled in this over before the power play comes to an end, and I'm sure he will look for more boundaries in this over. It's 56 for 1. Umesh Yadav coming around the wicket, and that's another, and that would have been a brilliant catch taken by the mid-off fielder. It was a difficult take. I think it was Navdeep Saini.
It was, I think, the youngster in Washington Sundar who came forward, diving to get there. In the end, I think he's done a decent job because he did not, the ball did not carry to him, but he stopped it from going further. Was a slower off cutter. Dhawan drove it. It was in the air, and well, it did fall short of the fielder there, but excellent stop as well to make sure that the ball doesn't beat him and go beyond to get a boundary. We got Rian from Bangladesh saying, Anushka, are you taking a dig at Virat? What are you doing there?
Okay, he might have been taking out dig at Virat Kohli over there, but coming back to the game, it's 58 for 1, and Haider Ali saying that Ingram's catch was very good. Titus Thomas also agreeing that Ben Stokes had called in Ingram's catch was really fabulous, but for those of you who thought that it was Colin Ingram's catch, well, it wasn't. It was Akshar Patel who took that catch in the end.
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine?
Everything done by Colin Ingram, and in the catch column it goes to Akshar Patel, who just stood there and accepted a gift.
Exactly.
Harsh reality.
It was a really good throw by Colin Ingram, and it was comfortably taken by Akshar Patel. But I think they should write it down as Colin Ingram / Akshar Patel. That would do justice. It's 58 for 1. 2 more deliveries to be bowled.
Absolutely. Now 58 for 1 as Umesh now bowls, looking to bowl a Yorker. Dhawan takes it on the full and flicks it away towards wideish mid-arm. Good diving effort there by the fielder, and it will just be a single. It is AB de Villiers, another South African who's been tremendous in the field, and now the single takes the score to 59 for the loss of 1 wicket. Any other fielder could have easily beaten him and gone for 4, but not a
would have went over the ball.
Yeah, like we saw from Yuzvendra Chahal, diving over the ball and not behind it, and conceding a boundary on that occasion, but not here. AB de Villiers, man with always a smile on his face, doing a great job. Final delivery, and now that's driven away, but straight to point. No runs on that occasion. 6 overs gone. It's 59 for the loss of 1 wicket, Delhi Capitals, and with that, the first strategic timeout has been taken. The umpire is signaling that. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be back in about a minute or so as soon as action resumes at Filosha Kotla. But we'll leave you with the news that after winning the toss and electing to bat first, Delhi Capitals after 6 overs are 59 for 1. You stay tuned to Cricket Lounge and Sports Flashes. We will be back in a jiffy.
This is Sports Flashes Live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. One station filled with full football fever.
And welcome back to the live chit chat with me, Paritosh Joshi and Wali Siddiqui for the match between Delhi Capitals and Royal Challengers Bangalore. After the end of power play and 6 overs, it's now 59 for the loss of 1 wicket in the form of Prithvi Shaw. It was a decent comeback by Umesh Yadav to restrict Delhi Capitals only on 59 after the end of power play. But now spinners are brought in. Yuzvendra Chahal is looking to strike here for Royal Challengers Bangalore.
And that will be another 6. A bad delivery by Yuzvendra Chahal. He pulled it at the leg side region, and that's one of his favorite shots. He just hoists it towards the long arm region. Now 66 for 1. First 6 of the evening for the Delhi Capitals skipper. And he looks really good.
Well, he looks fantastic. 74 meters on that occasion, right into the stands, and the Delhi Capitals fans would love it as their team has started off very, very good in this particular match. Sunil Notani, we'll have something for you. And as things stand, it's now 67 for the loss of 1 wicket after 6.4 overs.
67 for 1 and Sunil Notani. Let's give him a message when the watch is clear again. It's 67 for 6.4 overs. And single taking. In fact, one of the double by taking point. And the score is down to 69 for 1. And now the good thing was in the final to be the Delhi Capitals. Within the Chahal, he only expected to be 5 over 4 overs. And the 5 in the power play. Really. And that is something to be very was a dot delivery, and yes, we do know that the voice is not clear. We'll just get into it. Khalid Memon is here with us, and he's saying that yesterday the Hyderabad innings is similar. I think 155, 160 score. Okay, so he's predicting that Delhi might score 155, 160. But if you talk about the middle order of Delhi Capitals, it's slightly better than Hyderabad. So I think it might be we might get to see more runs over here, but only time will tell. Titus Thomas once again here with us. Devendra Singh Dohan saying that the voice is not clear. Well, we are working under it, and if it does function properly, do give us a message. It's 69 for 1 after 7 overs.
Well, now Delhi Capitals are in a strong position, but fantastic comeback there from RCB bowler Yuzvendra Chahal, making a remarkable over off of that. But here now he has been struck time and again, but in this over only 1 6 coming off of it. So better than the usual performances, as Umesh Yadav bowled a fantastic last over of the power play. Shreyas Iyer defends one from Marcus Stoinis. He'll be bowling his first over on this evening, and he has been decent well for RCB. 2 wickets for him in 9 games, an economy of 8.75. Not very good, but also not very bad. And on this occasion, now Shreyas Iyer needs to step up, and Dhawan also will have to score some runs, because this Kotla wicket is flat as anything, and they would want to pose something around 180, 190 to give them an edge going into the second innings, because you can't underestimate the batting prowess of RCB with the likes of Virat Kohli and Parthiv Patel in form for them, also AB de Villiers in their squad. So a heavy batting outfit for RCB on this occasion, so the Delhi Capitals need to score big here.
Absolutely. So the first two deliveries by Marcus Stoinis has been defended by Shreyas Iyer, showing respect to Stoinis, and he is pretty good with the variations over there. Third delivery being bowled, and he just flicks it toward the mid-wicket region. Will he take just the single? Yes. So it's now 70 for 1 after 7.3 overs. And yes, Jitendra Sharma, it's all right that you're right. We'll just tell you about the playing 11 for both the sides. The Delhi Capitals playing 11 will be Prithvi Shaw, Shikhar Dhawan, Shreyas Iyer, Rishabh Pant, Rutherford, Colin Ingram, Akshar Patel, Kagiso Rabada, Sandeep Lamichhane, Amit Mishra and Ishant Sharma. And when we talk about the Royal Challengers Bangalore, Parthiv Patel, Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers, Marcus Stoinis, Henry Klaasen comes in place of Moeen Ali, Shivam Dube is back again, Gurkeerat Singh Mann finally gets his first game for the RCB. Washington Sundar is here as well. Navdeep Saini, Umesh Yadav and Yuzvinder Chahal. So the changes for RCB: Henry Klaasen, Shivam Dube, Gurkeerat Singh Mann. These three players are playing the game against the Delhi Capitals at the Firozshah Kotla. It's 74-1 and Shikhar Dhawan is a man on strike. He's on 33 after facing 22 deliveries. A short delivery bowled by him just punches it toward the long off region. Another single taken by Dhawan.
Well, this has been fantastic from Stoinis. They have restricted the flow of boundaries, and Delhi Capitals certainly need some boundaries in every other over. And as of now, Delhi Capitals don't want to lose some wickets. For RCB, the equation is simple. They want wickets as soon as possible. Coming back to the game at Chennaswamy, Shreyas Iyer was fantastic at that. 67 off of 50 deliveries. Will he play another knock like that? We'll have to wait and see. And another single, so three consecutive singles in this over now for Delhi Capitals. But my point to you is, Wali, that the toss would play a very crucial role going ahead in the game, I think, because the heat of Delhi is certainly that drains every player out there. So the fielding side would be under a lot of pressure, because they would have fielded for 20 overs in the heat, and when they come on to bat, the Delhi Capital side would be fielding at a much cooler place at that. So that would be one factor that will work in favour. Also, if there's the humidity that plays a role. And now coming back to the game, a fantastic chase there on that occasion by Umesh Yadav, who saves the boundary for his side, and a double coming on that occasion, I guess. So now 74 after the end of 8 overs, only one wicket in the form of Prithvi Shaw has been sent back to the pavilion, and Stoinis bowled a decent over at that.
Stoinis did bowl a pretty decent over, just 5 runs coming off that over. Titus Thomas is welcoming Karthik Isar. Well, it's not Karthik Isar, it's Paritosh Joshi. Titus Sunil Nathani is saying that it's working fine now. Thank you, Sunil Nathani, for the feedback. Khalid Memon saying that 1 wicket gone and the wickets will come fast. Jitendra Sharma saying a lot of changes. Titus Thomas also asking us, why is Matthew Wade not playing in the World Cup? Well, quite a few people in Australia have also been asking that question, that why isn't Matthew Wade included in the World Cup? Why wasn't he included in the series against India? Because he was having a really good big bash and a domestic season out there.
Well, he certainly had a domestic season to recommend his claim for a spot, but the certain arrival of Stephen Smith and David Warner would have had some effect on his inclusion. And Alex Carey is being selected as the prime wicket keeper for them. So, and he was pretty good also, Alex Carey, when against India as well. So, and they have decimated Pakistan in UAE in the previous series that they have played. So big positives from Australian side, and a side which wasn't looking very good, decimated by India on their home ground, is certainly looking like a different side in just 2-3 months, and they are one of the prime challengers for the trophy this time around, because they are the defending champions, and you can never rule out Australia in the game of cricket.
Well, you're making a mistake if you rule out Australia, because it will come and bite you up the posterior cannon. So anything is still quite possible, and the way that they've come back in the international cricket, they were struggling after the ban being imposed on Steve Smith and David Warner, but they've found the right momentum at the right time, and that is exactly what matters. It's a 75 for 1. A pull shot played by Shikhar Dhawan, and there is a fielder at short mid wicket, so no runs over here. It's Navdeep Saini who's bowling his second over. A single was taken on the very first delivery. It's 75 for 1 after 8.1 overs. And we were talking about Matthew Wade. He does play for the Hobart Hurricanes. He played 56 games for them, has scored 1,399 with a high score of 88, has a strike rate of 136 as well. So he has played a decent amount of cricket in Australia and has been doing quite well, but the Australian selectors have overlooked them. Well, another controversial call that has been made by one of the countries for not having a star player is Mohammad Amir, because he's not there in the World Cup for the Pakistan cricket team.
Well, he's certainly one bowler who can change the every aspect of the game with just 2 or 3 overs, and him not being in the team will certainly hurt the proposition of Pakistani side, and that was heavily under a controversy that he was not included in the team. So there are some changes, and also some people are crying that Rishabh Pant.
Exactly,
and,
I was about to get to that.
So you can not have every player when you are playing this type of cricket, but as far as the situation of this match goes, the boundary that was required has come off of the ball of Navdeep Saini on the 4th delivery of 9th over. Finally the boundary has been breached by Shikhar Dhawan. 40 now up on the board for him.
It was a short delivery, pulls it away this time, doesn't find the fielder, and it goes for another 4. Shikhar Dhawan once again moving to his 40s. He's just 10 runs away from another 50. It'll be his 3rd 50 on the trot if he manages to do that. Navdeep Saini was bowling quite well before that short ball. It's 79 for 1 after 8.4 overs. Shreyas Iyer on the other end is on 20 of 15. Dhawan is on 40 of 27. The partnership between the two has now silently gone on to 44. Jitendra Sharma saying that Afghanistan will really be the team to watch in the World Cup. I agree to that, Jitendra. I think they will step out as the dark horses of the tournament, and I'm sure they'll also give a tough competition to Sri Lanka, Bangladesh and Pakistan. I agree to that.
Well, certainly, but Pakistan also are a side who are known to perform exceedingly well on their days in ICC tournaments, so you can never rule out.
They like the epitome of Shikhar Dhawan in that ICC tournament.
So you can never rule out Pakistani side as well. Also the fact that Afghanistan have players who can hurt oppositions, but this is not the T20 format. They have great T20 players, and when it comes to ODI you have to have a certain composure,
and especially when it comes to the World Cup.
Exactly. So, and the English conditions will also prove to be in the favour of the other teams. Also the fact that we want Afghanistan to do well, we want other cricketing nations to progress on the international stage. So it will be good to see if Afghanistan plays well in the World Cup. They have the players, but do they have the composure? Only time will tell. And it's now in this game, 9 overs are done. 81 now up on board for Delhi Capitals. Shikhar Dhawan is nearing his 50, and Shreyas Iyer is accompanying him brilliantly on the occasion. Coming back to our chit-chat feed, there is Fahad Lashari also with us, and he's saying hi, and he was the one who asked for Mohammad Amir's expulsion from the team. So Sunil Notani is saying just like Sri Lanka wins surprisingly in 96.
He's talking about Afghanistan. He's comparing it to that.
Afghanistan winning the World Cup is too far-fetched of a thought. But if that happens, well, one World Cup that will be remembered in the history of the tournament. And as we go for our comments, Jitendra Sharma who was asking about Afghanistan, and somebody with a Japanese or Chinese inscription in his name has typed that Anna Titus Thomas is asking, ABD should have played this World Cup and retired. He's still playing good cricket. Well, that is one thing about South African cricketers, that they tend to retire while they are on their peak. We saw that time and again with many players, Pollock and
same goes with England.
Graham Smith, many players. England also. Alistair Cook still had at least 1 or 2 years of cricket.
You talk about Alistair Cook, Kevin Peterson, Jonathan Trott, Graham Swan,
Flintoff.
great players. Flintoff, how could you forget them? So even England follows the same
many
philosophy.
players. It's only in India that we see players just stretching their careers
Till 39 till 40
as far as possible. But my major thing behind that must be that he must be thinking that I would be remembered for hanging my boots while I still had something to play on, and not keep my career dragging on. While Coming back to the game, it's now 84 for the loss of 1 wicket. Dhawan is now back on strike. Shreyas Iyer is on 24 off of 18, and Dhawan is off of 41 on off 28 balls.
And it's a good start given by both the batsmen. Earlier it was the partnership between the two is now worth 49 runs, and it's Washington Sundar who is bowling his second over in fact of his 4-over spell, and it's a good delivery bowled to Shikhar Dhawan. It spun away from him, he went to the back foot and punched it towards the point region. There was a fielder, so no runs taken. It's 84 for 1 after 9.2 overs. I'm sure they'll be quite satisfied with the way things have gone on for the Delhi Capitals. Meanwhile, RCB are in the hunt of taking another wicket or two, because these two can seriously hurt them. It's 85 for 1, and with that single after playing the cut shot, the partnership is now worth 50 of 37 deliveries. It's Shreyas Iyer who's now on strike. He's on 24 of 18. Dhawan on the other end is on 42, and that's a poor delivery. It was a short one, but good fielding effort at the deep fine leg by the fielder over here, and he's stopped a certain boundary over there, and that is the kind of dedication that and it's Umesh Yadav once again. Though he might not be performing quite well with the ball in the IPL this season, but he's turning out to be a really good fielder for them. So a good stop just restricts them to 2. It's now 85 for 1 after 9.4 overs.
Fantastic on that occasion by Umesh Yadav. The captain Virat Kohli applauding the effort from the bowler Umesh Yadav, and Shreyas Iyer has taken a single of the last delivery. So it is now after the end of 10 overs, 88 for the loss of 1 wicket. A fantastic partnership between them crosses the 50-run mark.
Titus, this is Siddiqui sir. I said Titus, and it's Joshi sir who said Titus. So I think you have to say it over here. It's Titus.
Okay.
So Titus, we know your name. And Jitendra Sharma is also here with us, saying that all I want to say is that Afghanistan won't that long as... Oh, he's trying to say that they won't take that long to evolve as Bangladesh took. I agree to that as well, because Bangladesh took over 15 to 20 years to finally come out as the second best Asian team, I have to say, after India, because Pakistan, Sri Lanka aren't doing much. So the second best Asian team has to be Bangladesh after India, and they've taken more than 15-20 years to come that second.
Well, Bangladesh has progressed by miles when we see them as a team. They were certainly not even in contention to win games at the World Cup, but now they are a team who can spoil anyone's party. They have defeated teams like Australia time and again, so you can never rule out Bangladesh as well. Also talking about Pakistan, they are a different side in the ICC tournament, so you can never rule them out. Also Elon Ketwaru
From Antigua.
is supporting Royal Challengers Bangalore. Well, you must be a Kohli fan, because most of the RCB fans are bent towards Virat Kohli, and for the 11th over he has brought upon Marcus Stoinis, who was fairly economical in this first over, giving away just 5 runs, and he'll be trying to restrict the flow of runs for Delhi Capitals, as the first delivery is driven for a single, and now Shikhar Dhawan will be facing the second delivery. He is nearing his 50, 42 off of 30 deliveries from him. Coming back to our chit chat session, Jitendra Sharma is supporting RCB. Bapu Kot is supporting RCB. Naeem Akhtar is saying that Delhi would win. Well, you have typed the wrong initials. It's not DD, it's DC now. And with the change of name, certainly a change of fortunes for this side, because only once had they performed brilliantly in the IPL before this performance in this season. And a rare scoop from Shikhar Dhawan, as he scoops it over the wicketkeeper's head. 4 on that occasion, as the boundaries keep on coming for Delhi.
You say that it's a rare shot. The reason for that is because he generally gets good wickets to bat on, but the Delhi wicket and the wicket at the Sawai Mansingh are as flat as the National Highway. And Shikhar Dhawan, when you give him a flat wicket, he will absolutely toy with you, and that is exactly what he's done over there. He moves on to 46 of 31 deliveries, and the score is now 93 for 1. Marcus Stoinis, being struck for a boundary, will look to come back and shuffled once more. This time it was away from the leg stump, but just cuts it. Sensibly done by Shikhar Dhawan. A single taken, giving his skipper the strike. Dhawan now moves to 47, and it's Shreyas Iyer who's on strike, and he's batting on 28 of 21 deliveries.
Fantastic batting from Shikhar Dhawan has certainly helped the aspect of Delhi Capitals, and positive news from the Indian for the Indian side as well, as he is now nearing the orange cap.
Quite far away.
Earlier he was playing with David Warner. Now he is playing against him for Delhi Capitals. 4-4-8.
So you could imagine, Paritosh, if they still had Shikhar Dhawan in the team.
What could have been, because Johnny Bairstow, he was ultimate. What a batting lineup they must have had. But there was some certain contradictions in between the owners and the player. That's why he had to leave the camp, and now he serves Delhi Capitals. His innings now is of 47 of 32 deliveries, 146.9 the strike rate, and if he plays for 5 to 6 more overs, he can certainly take the game away on his own. Shreyas Iyer on the other end, accompanying the veteran Indian cricketer very well, playing along. 29 and 22 deliveries from him. Shikhar Dhawan pulls towards mid-wicket, but a fielder there on that occasion, A.B. de Villiers, saves the boundary, so he moves on to 48. Shreyas Iyer is now back on strike for the final delivery.
96 for 1. Dhawan moves on to 48. Shreyas Iyer is on 29, and Titus feels that it will be Chennai, Mumbai, Delhi, Hyderabad / Punjab who will reach the playoffs. So the three are quite certain from his end, but Hyderabad and Punjab, it will be the fight between these two for the 4th spot according to Titus. Lakshman Shah enjoying the chit chat between me and Paritosh. Rohit Kumar is wanting RCB to win this game, and Rohit Kumar Sahani saying that tell us some previous records as well. Well, we'll just tell you one previous record, that Royal Challengers Bangalore have won each of their last 6 matches in the IPL at the Firozshah Kotla. The Delhi Daredevils, now referred to as the Delhi Capitals, have defeated RCB in 2008, 2010 and at this venue, but lost all 6 that they've played since 2011. So RCB love playing at the Firozshah Kotla. They won every game since 2011 at the Firozshah Kotla. But with the kind of team that DC have and the kind of team that Virat Kohli has right now for Bangalore, I think the tables might finally turn. It's still a game of cricket. Anything could still happen. 11 overs bowled. It's 97 for the loss of 1 wicket. Iyer moves on to 30 after taking a single. Dhawan is on 48. And Fahad Lashari is saying that Shadab will play the World Cup. I think he's talking about the leg spinner from Pakistan, Shadab, and he's a really good bowler as well and a good batsman too. So yes, we were talking about them, and it will be a really open World Cup for the very first time. I don't think that you could just open-endedly say that England are the favourites. We say that England are the favourites because they're playing at their home. They also have a balanced side. But if you look at the form that Australia, India, Afghanistan, it
will be one of the most interesting World Cups because great teams, every team is looking like who will beat who, but only when the tournament starts we'll get to know that.
It all depends on that one day, because if you remember that game against Pakistan, the final of the Champions Trophy, we just had that one bad day, and once again when India faced off in the Asia Cup against Pakistan, they defeated them by 8 wickets followed by a 9-wicket victory. So that day matters. On that day, if you perform well, you will be able to win your game.
Only in Champions Trophy Pakistan has defeated India on 2 occasions, I guess, and that is sad news for Indian fans, but you've got to remember that we were being too arrogant at that moment. I predicted that Pakistan would win when I was talking to some of my friends, and they were not taking me seriously because we had become too arrogant, and we were not taking them seriously. You have to respect your opponents in every field. And Jitendra Sharma is saying that please don't remember. Well, we'll have to.
It's scarred me for a month.
we'll have to take that also in our stride, because we have to learn from that you do not take any of the opponents lightly, even if they are not in form, because one performance on that day can certainly change the whole complexion of the tournament. And nobody remembers how brilliantly India played in the tournament. We were flawless before that, and one bad game and it was all over.
Well, the semi-final, I remember, it was between India and Bangladesh. Bangladesh posted a score of 260 and India won that game by 9 wickets. So with all that hype, with all that focus on Team India, it almost seemed that they would win it, but it wasn't to be. But it was a good game for Pakistan. They won that and they completely deserved that tournament. But coming back to the IPL, it's 99 for 1. It's Shivam Dube who is bowling his first ever over in the IPL. It's, I suppose, medium pacer he is, and he's bowling at a gentle pace of 120, 115. There was a good fielding effort over there, but far away from the stumps. The score is now 99 for the loss of 1 wicket in 11.2 overs. Shikhar Dhawan just a run away from another 50. Shreyas Iyer is on 31 of 24 delivery. The partnership is now worth 64 runs, and it's Iyer facing Dube. A good shot that is, has played across the ground along the carpet, and it could have been a boundary, but a good fielding effort by AB de Villiers, and just a single taken over here, so he restricts 3 more runs over there, and the score comes to 100 for the Delhi Capitals in 11.3 overs. Dhawan is on 49.
Very close to his 50, but what a sensational fielding effort from AB de Villiers on that occasion, restricting a boundary for his side. And this is the type of commitment that is needed when you have to win every game and win that comprehensively. If RCB chase down a target which is looking like it will go to an upwards of 180, they certainly would favour themselves to win the rest of the 2 and have something to their name in this tournament. They made a terrible start to the tournament, lost consecutively, and ever since they have made a comeback, they have been sensational. They have been committed on the field. All the players have looked to contribute. Even when they are not bowling or batting, they are looking to contribute to the team, and that's positive for their team.
And bowling the 5th delivery over here, Shivam Dube was going for the slog sweep, couldn't connect, but there was an inside edge, I guess, and with that inside edge, Shikhar Dhawan scores yet another 50 in the Vivo IPL. A solid knock by Gabbar. He raises his bat and embraces the applause at the Firozshah Kotla. A decent over by Shivam Dube, but Shikhar Dhawan has looked as solid as ever. The captain now congratulating him. It's 101 for 1 after 11.5 overs. Suleiman Pakistani is saying that Delhi will win, and he doesn't like Virat over. I think that has been the case of Virat Kohli. There are some people who absolutely would die for him, and at the same time would want him to not play well, because he's got that kind of a stature in the game of cricket. Jitendra Sharma is here as well. Rohit Kumar saying that if RCB lose today, then he would want Kolkata to lose in order to still qualify for the for the top 4 finish. But if RCB lose today, I think they're completely out of it.
If RCB lose today, yes, they are completely out of it. But if they win, they will certainly have a claim for a spot, because we have seen time and again that at Eden Gardens, when Mumbai Indians play, it doesn't look like it's home to the KKR. It looks like it's home to Rohit Sharma, who plays fantastically, who loves that ground.
And he's in form now. He scored 62.
And now he's in form. He scored big against CSK. So red signals for KKR fans that now they are in difficult position. They need to win games, and they are facing an informed Rohit Sharma and Mumbai Indians, who are looking to qualify for the playoffs. With now 12 overs gone, the score is 102 for the loss of 1 wicket. Shikhar Dhawan has scored a fantabulous 50 off of 36, while Shreyas Iyer is on 33 off of 26 deliveries, as he tries to go for another boundary and wouldn't get it this time. Only a single on that occasion. And now Shikhar Dhawan would be the one who will be back on strike.
It's 103 for 1, and Jitendra Sharma saying that ABD is one player who gives you millions of reasons to love him and absolutely 0 reasons to not love him. Well, that has been the case, Jitendra Sharma, because I remember in a game between India versus South Africa way back in 2015 or 14, the match was taking place at Nagpur. He was on 98 and the entire stadium was chanting his name, AB, AB. So you could just see the love and the reception that he gets in India.
He tells that time and again when he is asked in interviews, he absolutely loves India, because he was playing against India in India. And what has Shikhar Dhawan done here? He has fluffed it, as Yuzvendra Chahal deceives Shikhar Dhawan, edges it top edge on that occasion, and an easy catch for the fielder. Another wicket down for Delhi. 103 for 2 now. 12.2 overs gone, and Yuzvendra Chahal is the man who has struck for RCB.
Well, clearly bowled over there by Yuzvendra Chahal, keeping it as far as possible from Shikhar Dhawan, and he went for the big sweep, couldn't get the proper connection, top edged it, and a dolly of a catch taken by the short fine leg fielder Washington Sundar, and that will do the Royal Challengers Bangalore a word of good, because the new batsman will definitely take some time to settle on the crease, unless he's Rishabh Pant, and I think he might be the batsman to come in. But Shreyas Iyer looking quite settled in. He's on 34 of 27 delivery. Dhawan is the last man to depart for 50 of 37 balls. The score is 103 for 2 in 12.2 overs. Jitendra Sharma supporting RCB. Rohit Kumar Sahani saying that today ABD and Virat will blast for the Royal Challengers Bangalore and play quite well. Rhythm Timal Sinha saying that RCB is a loser. Okay, fine. Sugar Magar, the score is 103 for 2 after 12.2 overs. And Ram Narayan is back with us on the Cricket Lounge, saying that in the 2015 series, the CSA made the BCCI swap the first and second test so that ABD could have had his 100th test at home venue in Bangalore. So you could just see the love that the people of India have for
how
ABD.
much India means to him and how much ABD means to Bangalore and India. He has been a loyal servant for RCB, although they haven't won the IPL in his certain period that he has played for them. But he has been fantabulous time and again, giving them moments to remember forever. When he struck Dale Steyn all around the park in a match against SRH, that was one hell of an innings from ABD. And time and again he has struck for Royal Challengers Bangalore whenever they needed some runs. So he is one player who's been loved by all and hated by none. Virat Kohli, on the other hand, his persona is such that he is loved by some and hated by some, but he doesn't really care, I guess. That doesn't really
Well, you
bother
can love him, you can hate him, but you can never ignore him. That has been the mantra for Virat Kohli. Meanwhile, it's Rishabh Pant, another batsman who has been quite criticized for the way of his playing, but he's unfazed with all of it and he just plays his natural game, a single taken on the very first delivery.
Fantastic. This lad played very good against Rajasthan Royals when they chased the total of 190 for in the Savai Mansingh Stadium, and he after long played sensible cricket, getting the ones and twos whenever he wasn't getting the boundaries, and scoring at will when he required to. So he'll need to accompany Shreyas Iyer, who will now play a crucial role in this innings. Shreyas Iyer is the set batsman. He's on 34 off of 27, and Rishabh Pant is the new man in. So he'll certainly have to tell Rishabh Pant to calm down a bit and slowly and steadily build a partnership from here on.
Well, Rishabh Pant will definitely play the role of an aggressor, it seems, because it is a dead rubber of a wicket. If you talk about the batsmen, they are enjoying batting on here at the Firozshah Kotla wicket, because it's as brilliant as possible. But what a googly delivered by Yuzvendra Chahal, almost got the better of Rishabh Pant, but at the end moment he gets his bat over there and narrowly survives. It's 105 for 2 after 12.5 overs, and that is the case with Yuzvendra Chahal. He might go for a few runs in the initial overs, but he's quick to learn and he bowls the right deliveries in order to get the wickets.
Yuzvendra Chahal smiling on that occasion at Rishabh Pant, because they both have trained together for the Indian camp. Rishabh Pant has been recently been active in the Indian outfit also. So he is one prospect to replace the legendary Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Well, Mahendra Singh Dhoni cannot be replaced, but he has been fantabulous time and again for the Indian outfit as well. He is one youngster who is certainly in contention to play for the Indian side.
And the second strategic timeout has been taken, so we'll also take a short break, but before that we'll just update you with the score. It's 105 for 2 after 13 overs. The last man to depart was Shikhar Dhawan. He went for 50 of 37. The current batsman out there, Shreyas Iyer, he's on 35 of 28 deliveries, and Rishabh Pant, who's fresh to the crease, 1 of 3 deliveries for Rishabh Pant. The score is 105 for 2. We'll be back within a while. Till then, stay tuned to Sports Flashes.
One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot, will go for it, and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup.
Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. This is Sports Flashes live.
Mika Hakkinen, the flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap. Looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes live.
And welcome back to the live chit chat with me, Paritosh Joshi, and Wali Siddiqui for the match between Royal Challengers Bangalore and Delhi Capitals at Firozshah Kotla. Delhi Capitals won the toss and chose to bat first. They are now at 106 for the loss of 2 wickets after 13.1 over. And Virat Kohli has summoned Washington Sundar to make a comeback. He has already bowled 2 overs, gone for 16 runs at that, and now a single take on of the very first delivery. Rishabh Pant is now back on strike, and he'll look to play a crucial innings for Delhi Capitals because they need to book a playoff berth for themselves.
Well, I'm sure this move to bring in Washington Sundar is simply to entice Rishabh Pant to play the big shot, and that is exactly what he'll try to do over here. And it will be an interesting contest between the two youngsters. Washington Sundar bowling to Rishabh Pant. First delivery ball to him, but sensibly done by Rishabh Pant. Just defends it towards the point region and takes a single. Gives his captain the strike, who's currently on 36, is Shreyas Iyer. Rishabh Pant is now on 2. The score is now 107 for 2. That's good batting by the two because they know that they have the runs on the board. In 13 overs, it's 107, and they can accelerate in the final few overs. And if they do manage to accelerate, then they'll go quite close to 180, 190, and that is a really good score on the Firozshah Kotla wicket. 108 for 2. Another single taken by Shreyas Iyer, and Washington Sundar has bowled 3 deliveries, 3 singles taken. Sunil Nathani saying that the bowling changes are better today. Well, Sunil Nathani, I feel that Virat Kohli has done a quite decent job by rotating the bowlers in not his typical manner, but he's rotated it quite well because he's bowled 1 over to Yuzvendra Chahal in the beginning. He stopped him, he brought him later on, and the same was for Washington Sundar as well as Umesh Yadav. Titus Thomas thinks that MS Dhoni is the all-time favourite captain Cole. Well, we all believe in that, Titus. He is one of the greatest captains that is ever to grace the field. Nadeem Qadri sees that I believe that Pant will replace Mahendra Singh Dhoni. We all feel that Pant is the prodigy of MS Dhoni, but still has a long way to go, Nadeem. KS Kumar.
He's certainly not the prodigy of MS Dhoni. He's the prodigy to replace MS Dhoni. And his father would have some questions to you, Wali. But now he's playing fabulously for Delhi Capitals. The Rishabh Pant, he has been a part of some crucial innings. He needs to play very sensibly if he needs a spot for himself in the Indian side. He has not been included in the World Cup squad, but he still has time on his hands. He's a very young lad, and he'll certainly be one player who will be heavily in contention when it comes to later tournaments.
And there's a short delivery, a poor one by Washington Sundar, and Rishabh Pant just pulls it towards the mid-wicket region just when the over was going quite decent for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. A 4 on the very last delivery now shifts the momentum towards Rishabh Pant and Delhi Capitals. It's 114 for 2 after 14 overs. Rishabh Pant with that boundary moves on to 7. Shreyas Iyer on the other end will get the strike. He's on 38. The partnership now worth of 11 runs. Hema Vati saying that she loves Chahal, and well, you can say that, and there was a similar tweet by the Shahs. It was Shahil who was saying that Chahal isn't a great turner of the ball, but definitely one of the smartest spinners in modern day cricket. Like I said, he's a quick learner.
Well, he certainly, because whenever you see him down and out in one game, he makes a remarkable comeback in the other one. And we have seen that time and again from Yuzvendra Chahal. Whenever he gets picked apart, he doesn't bog down under pressure. He makes a trip, he lets fly and gives the ball the flight, and certainly waits for the batsman to hit him. On this occasion, Shreyas Iyer has picked him on the very first ball and over the mid-wicket region by him. Flat as a tracer bullet on that occasion. 6 for him. And 120 now up on board for Delhi Capitals.
Well, now Shreyas Iyer upping the ante for the Delhi Capitals. First ball by Yuzvendra Chahal in the third over just comes down the track, and one of his favourite shots plays it towards the long on and mid-wicket region. A big 6, a flat sixer for Shreyas Iyer. And an equally good delivery ball on the second delivery. There has been a stumping appeal, but Parthiv Patel doesn't look confident, so it's 120 for 2. Good comeback by Yuzvendra Chahal, and Parub Shrestha is joining us from Hamburg, Germany. So welcome Parub Shrestha, Jitendra Sharma, saying that any guesses for DC's total? I think 170. Well, given your prediction, people, what do you think DC will score after the end of 20 overs?
If these two play on at least 190.
Well, so Paritosh has given his say. He thinks that it will be 190. Rishabh Pant is a dangerous batsman. Shreyas Iyer could also turn out to be that. And if these two continue to play, then even I feel that it might be 175, 180 that Royal Challengers Bangalore might have to chase. But that is another big shot. Will that go for a 6? Well, it is another 6 for Shreyas Iyer. Same region and another big shot. So he's taking Yuzvendra Chahal to the cleaners in this over.
Fantastic from him, and 50 up for the Delhi Capitals captain. Fantastic innings. He has taken the reins from Shikhar Dhawan after his departure from the pitch, and now he's leading the way. Rishabh Pant on the other side of the wicket will certainly be hoping that he gets something on his own, because Shreyas Iyer is now livid. He has certainly upped the ante, and he'll get a single. And Rishabh Pant will now be back on strike for the 5th delivery of the 15th over.
So another captain's knock by Shreyas Iyer, his second consecutive 50 against the Royal Challengers Bangalore. He did score a 64 against them at the Chennai Swami not so long ago, and a 51 not out right now. Rishabh Pant is now the man who's on strike. Yuzvendra Chahal has been fairly expensive today. 41 runs in 3.4 overs, 2 more deliveries remaining, and that is a good ball, and the umpire has given it out. It's an LBW decision in favour of RCB, and I think that is a good call, because I think it's out.
I think the only thing that is restricting this decision from being confirmed is the height. I think it was a little over the wicket, but we'll have to wait and see. Rishabh Pant certainly felt that there was some height on it, but we'll have to wait for the intervention of the third umpire on that occasion. DRS has been taken by Rishabh Pant. It was a fair delivery by Yuzvendra Chahal. His feet well inside the popping crease, and it's gone. It's a goner for Rishabh Pant. Was there a little bit of bat? We'll have to wait and see for that. Sneakometer, will that come into play? Was it a slight bit of an edge? We'll have to wait for the third umpire's call.
Well, the third umpire will definitely give the Sneakometer a look, and if there is no edge, then he will move on to Hawkeye. So he was deep in his crease. If there isn't an edge, then I think he might just go back to the dugout. Rishabh Pant, it's a big wicket, and this wicket will so there's clearly no edge. The umpires will definitely move to the Hawkeye. The Sneakometer says that there is no edge. Rishabh Pant is deep in his crease. Will the ball go on to crash onto the stump? So we have to see. It's pitching in outside the off, and it's impact in line, and it's gone. It's a good wicket for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Big wicket. It's middle and leg stump that the ball has crashed into, and even though he has been quite expensive, he does know how to take a wicket or two.
Well, this is what we were talking about. He knows how to make a comeback, and this wicket would hurt Delhi Capitals. They were looking good up until now. Now Rishabh Pant is back into the dugout. A certain disappointment from him. 7 off of 7 LBW'd by Yuzvendra Chahal, was picked apart by Shreyas Iyer in the previous deliveries. And now things will get a little tricky for Delhi Capitals, because the prime batsmen who are in the form are back into the dugouts. They still have Rutherford, who had hit 1 or 2 sixes in the previous occasions. Colin Ingram is still there. Akshar Patel can hit some, but they are not prominent batsmen as such. Shreyas Iyer now needs to play till the end.
Well, he needs to play till the very end. Only if he's remains till the end, then Delhi Capitals might be able to score something beyond 170, 175, and give a dominant target on this wicket, because the Delhi Capitals will fancy the spinners to do quite remarkably well on this wicket. But let's not forget, it's Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers who are currently in that list of batsmen who can play the best of batsmen apart. But it's Colin Ingram. First ball defended and concluded in a positive note, does Yuzvendra Chahal. 2 wickets taken, 43 runs conceded in his 4-over spell. The score right now is 127 for 3 after the end of 15 overs. Suleem Pakistani is saying that DC will win and they'll score 190. And Jitendra Sharma is saying, what do you say, Paritosh, now? 170? Do you change your predictions now?
Yes, certainly. Now the total will be around 170 for Delhi Capitals, and even that is a defendable total. But with the likes of Virat Kohli, Rishabh Pant now on well, Jitendra Sharma, you're asking for a bet. Well, what is your prediction? 170. Now, yes, I also think that it will be around 170, 160. and if Shreyas Iyer plays till the end at that, if he gets dismissed in 1 or 2 overs, the game would be very, very open for RCB to make a late comeback in the first innings. Shreyas Iyer now needs to play. Colin Ingram is the new man in, and he'll have to stay at the pitch with his captain if they are to make a total good enough from here on.
And Titus Thomas saying that Shreyas Iyer has taken the mantle of Gabbar. Well said, Titus. Anish Ambani supporting RCB. Vijay thinks that DC will win this game. Rian Osborne back with us. It's 128 for 3. Colin Ingram is the batsman on strike. On the very first delivery of Washington Sundar, Shreyas Iyer played a flick towards the short square leg boundary and he took a single. But what a big wicket that was by Yuzvendra Chahal. Knowing the nature of Rishabh Pant's batting, it's quite. It has come at an important time because in the final few overs he could have taken you apart.
Well, the wicket of Rishabh Pant has certainly rattled Wali Siddiqui, the fan in him for Delhi Capitals. He is not able to to pronounce his name properly, but there's respite for you, Wali, that Shreyas Iyer is still at the pitch, and along with him Colin Ingram is still there. So something good can still come out of this first innings for them. They are at a decent place, and Shreyas Iyer pulls one, and he has given away his wicket. What we were thinking has come true, and for every Delhi fan, there is sad news in this game that their captain Shreyas Iyer has flubbed his wicket. Virat Kohli is now dismissed the other captain, taking a catch off of Washington Sundar, and somebody is rushing towards him. What is the matter? I don't know. But the positive news is that he has been dismissed on that occasion. So positive news for him, but what was the rush? I don't really know that.
Well, he still had 5 overs and had he remained till the end, then Delhi could have gone away beyond 170, but it's looking quite difficult at the moment. A big wicket for the Royal Challengers for the Royal Challengers Bangalore, and if you talk about them, it has been a few good overs. In the previous over, they picked the wicket of Rishabh Pant. In this over, they picked Shreyas Iyer's wicket, and now 2 new batsmen are on the crease, and they have absolutely no time to get settled in. So RCB are currently dominating the game at this period. And Rian Osborne is here from Bangladesh. He's listening to us. Tawfiq Ali is saying salam to us. Jitendra supporting RCB. Vikash Lamachene, I'm sure he's supporting Delhi Capitals. Rohit Kumar Sahani saying that this is a 2-man army, Virat and ABD, and they will do surgical strike on the Delhi bowlers, does Shriyan Kumar Sahani says. Well, it's 129 for 4, and Delhi in slight bother over here. They still have 5 overs, and losing the captain at a crucial interval was the last thing which they would have thought of. The batsman to come will now be Rutherford, and you could see that there is a lot of spin over there, so that's why Delhi need to go beyond 160, because it is turning quite square for Yuzvendra Chahal and Washington Sundar. 129 for 4 after 15.3 overs. It's Rutherford from the West Indies who will accompany South Africa's Colin Ingram. Well, the responsibility is now on these 2 people. If they might be able to go beyond 160, 170, then they'll be quite happy. 15.3 overs bowled. Washington Sundar bowling another delivery, flicked it by Rutherford. No runs taken. So steadily the pressure is rising on the Delhi, because the last 4 overs, if you look at them, 29 runs have come from the bat and only 3 wickets, and 3 wickets have been taken by RCB.
A fantastic comeback from RCB bowlers. Virat Kohli took the catch of Shreyas Iyer, who was dismissed. He was playing very, very good. I don't know what was the need of going for the big shot. He could have remained calm, stayed at the pitch for the longer period, and the total would have been reflected at that. But Washington Sundar has struck for RCB, and with that the arrival of Rutherford is also taking place after Colin Ingram made his walk into the pitch after the dismissal of Rishabh Pant, who was fantastic for them in the previous games. But on this occasion, Yuzvendra Chahal got the better of him. LBW'd him, plumbed right in front of the wicket. Even the DRS wasn't able to save his wicket for Delhi Capitals. Delhi Capitals now in a spot of bother as 131 for 4. Another score after 16 overs, and they certainly will have to do something from here on. They are in a difficult situation, and these 2 need to play with a partnership till 4 overs which are remaining in the first innings.
Ishfaq Ahmed is listening to us from Kashmir, and he's supporting King Kohli and RCB. Jitendra Sharma saying that good to hear something that sounds like 160. Suleiman Pakistani supporting Delhi Capitals, and Rohit Kumar with a different kind of question. He's asking us that from which university have you completed our education? Well, what is a university? I've never been to a university before. Have you been to a university before, Paridosh?
I completed my education from Dehradun in Graphicara Hill University. So you can Google that up. I did my bachelor's from there. Well, if you need to study, Delhi is an environment where you should, because you get the exposure of the kind you really want to. Mumbai is also a great place to study. And the score after the end of 16 overs is 131 for the loss of 4 wickets. Colin Ingram and Shirfane Rutherford are the 2 batsmen in after the dismissal of Rishabh Pant and their captain Shreyas Iyer. Shreyas Iyer was playing brilliantly but was caught by Virat Kohli off of delivery of Washington Sundar, and Navdeep Saini has been now called back into attack. He is bowled brilliantly in the IPL for RCB, and now he stands at 18 off of 2.1 overs that he has bowled. Still 2 overs to go, this one, and I certainly feel that he'll bowl the 19th over for them as well.
So a good delivery there by Navdeep Saini. It went away from Colin Ingram, was trying to play the cut over there but couldn't get the proper connection. Seemed quite disappointed because that delivery was there for the taking. So a good start for Navdeep Saini. Ishfaq Ahmed saying that Rutherford can be dangerous. But we have seen a few glimpses of him and he can play some good shots, but another good delivery this time by Navdeep Saini. Once again hit and miss for Colin Ingram. He's struggling out there, and you have to say a sensational comeback by the RCB bowlers. And it all began with Yuzvendra Chahal picking that big wicket of Rishabh Pant. It then followed with Washington Sundar taking Shreyas Iyer's wicket as he got caught at deep mid-wicket. Anish Ambani saying that RCB will win. Ishfaq Ahmed saying Rutherford can be dangerous. Suleiman Pakistani saying that DC will win this game. Well, we'll just have to wait and watch. The last 4.2 overs, it's been RCB all over Delhi Capitals because 29 runs have come from the bat and 3 wickets have fallen in the process. 131 for 4th third delivery. This time times it with perfection does Colin Ingram. He knew it that it's going to be another delivery which will go sway away from him. He stood his ground and he just smashed it across the park for a boundary.
Down the ground on that occasion by Ingram, over the field, over the head of the bowler Navdeep Saini, and he smashes one for the boundary for Delhi Capitals. A welcome boundary after 2 quick wickets, and they feel that Colin Ingram is the man who can salvage something here on in this innings for Delhi Capitals. And the score now is 135 for the loss of 4 wickets after 16.3 overs. 3 deliveries still to go in this over. What will he do?
Well, these two have to bat till the 20th over in order to post a formidable target over here. It's 135 for 4 after 16.3 overs. 4th delivery, and that's another big shot. Will the fielder be underneath it? It's a big 6. So well played, Colin Ingram. He played an inside-out shot and got a 6. What a big 6 that was. It's 141 for 4. And even though Colin Ingram, we might have not seen enough of him, but in the span of deliveries that he gets, he's proved to impress quite a few fans.
Well, the strike rate is certainly very good for him, and he's turning up the ante here for Delhi Capitals. 64 meters on that occasion, but no fielder near the boundary as he clearly scores a 6. Navdeep Saini has been picked apart on 2 consecutive boundaries. I think that will be a single on the next delivery.
Well, we'll have to wait and watch. It's a paddle this time, and it's taken. So Navdeep Saini comes back really well because he tried to play the paddle sweep. It could have gone for a boundary, and you could see the look on Virat Kohli. He's ecstatic because Colin Ingram was looking deadly over there. A good catch, in fact an easy catch taken by the short fine leg fielder over there. It's 141 for the loss of 5 wickets now after 16.5 overs. And Tenzing is asking me that if I was the KKR coach, then what advice will you give DK regarding how to approach the remaining of the matches? Well, he doesn't have... I would give that advice as well, but he doesn't have a proper bowling unit, if you ask me. Had he got a proper bowling unit,
well,
then they would have
been certainly very unlucky on that aspect, because last time around their bowler Nagar Koti was injured. Mitchell Stark was not playing. This time around he was released, and the bowler who played for them brilliantly in the last IPL, Shivam Mavi, he was also injured along with Nagar Koti. So that is one prospect that hasn't worked in their favour, but Delhi are now in troubled waters. 141 for the loss of 5 wickets. Navdeep Saini strikes. 16.5 overs done, and now Rutherford will be joined in by Akshar Patel, I guess. And now, as things stand, even the score of 160 is looking far-fetched for this side, because they have certainly spilled the game away. Quick wickets haven't worked in their favour. Rishabh Pant and Shreyas Iyer going consecutively has put on the pressure for batsman. Colin Ingram was trying to get some boundaries, and in the process has lost his wicket. And every Delhi fan now will hang his head, because they all know how the second innings play on. RCB have a formidable batting lineup, and with the likes of Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers, this total which is turning out to be around 150 is very, very chaseable. If they get 160, 165 to 170 on board, they'll be very happy with it. But in the remaining 3 overs, I highly doubt it. 17 overs are now done. 141 for the loss of 5 wickets up on board for Delhi Capitals.
141 for 5 after 17 overs. Ishfaq Ahmed saying that why is MI not giving another chance to Rafiq Islam? Assalam. I think he's from Kashmir. That way he's backing Rafiq Islam. He's a young bowler. He's just 17 years of age and he'll get many more opportunities in the future. So nothing to worry about for Rafiq Islam. Jitendra Sharma, Fiza Khan, also supporting Delhi Capitals. Arjun Kumar is also here with us. It's 141 for 5 after 17 overs, and Paritosh would like to add something to that.
Well, talking about the young bowler in Rafiq Salam, well, he certainly deserves a chance, but the thing about the winning combination is that you don't really want to touch your team when you have the players who are playing well. Lasith Malinga, who is a veteran and still he's bowling well, you don't want to replace him with Berendorf. Berendorf did brilliantly for them, but the wickets that Lasith Malinga brings in, the experience he brings in, the amount of death bowling he has done, that certainly adds to everything, and that is why there's a rare chance you'll get a shot at a place when the team is on a winning stride. You can get a chance when you're playing for, say, KKR, who are on a losing streak. They'll certainly need to have some changes in the squad. But as of now, Delhi would require something special from Rutherford or Akshar Patel, because the total is looking very, very bleak at the moment. And at a Kotla pitch, very chaseable with the likes of Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers in the squad for RCB.
142 for 5, a single taken on the very first delivery by Rutherford. Akshar Patel will now have the strike, and he's played a few good knocks for Delhi as well. A good knock of 15-20 runs over here won't do Delhi any harm, but a good comeback by Navdeep Sendhi in the previous over. He was picked for a boundary and then a 6. It was followed by a wicket. So that's how he has evolved as a bowler in this tournament. Game after game, he's taken wickets after wickets. And if we talk about the wickets that have fallen from the 16th to the 20th over, and Delhi Capitals are right at the top. They've lost 40 wickets in that phase of time, and that is exactly why I'm not confident when it comes to the final few overs. They do the difficult business quite easily, but the easy stuff is always difficult for them.
Most teams choke on the middle overs, and Delhi Capitals are a rare side who do middle overs brilliantly, but when it comes to ending the innings on a fine note, they are not able to do it. And Rutherford on that occasion picks on a Steiner's delivery over the mid-wicket region, a 6 for Delhi Capitals, a welcome 6 as the score now moves on to 149. And some respite for Delhi fans.
And that's a decent hit by Rutherford. He's done that against the Rajasthan Royals as well. He played a good cameo of 13-14 runs in that game and won it along with Rishabh Pant. But over here, he's turning out to be a real handy middle order batsman. And we were talking about Chris Morris not being in the team. Well, the reason for Chris Morris not being in the Delhi Capitals team is because he turned out to be a real liability with the bat. It wasn't the old Chris Morris. He was a really good asset with the ball, but when he used to bat at number 5, number 6, he couldn't offer much.
Well, maybe that's the reason that Rutherford is given a chance, because he is known to hit big sixes, and they certainly need someone to finish off the games for them. They have been failing in that prospect of the game, and now Delhi Capitals fans, some respite that Rutherford is looking like he'll score some runs for them towards the end. 18th over, 5th delivery now, and Rutherford tries to smack another one, but fails to do that on that occasion. AB de Villiers will now easily cover that, and a single on that occasion. Final delivery of the 18th over, and Akshar Patel will face that.
Well, it's 150 for the Delhi Capitals of the 5 wickets that have fallen in 17.5 overs. They could still get to 20 runs if Rutherford sticks in there. 170, 175 would be a decent wicket total on this wicket. And it's Akshar Patel who will currently have the strike to face the final delivery of Marcus Stoinis' third over. A good delivery, flicks it, Akshar Patel. There must be a fielder over there, deep mid wicket, so a single taken, and 10 runs coming off this over, so not a bad over for RCB. 151 for 5 after 18 overs. 2 more overs remaining in the game. And if we talk about the comment section, Rabi Das is here with us, enjoying the chit chat amongst us. Ishfaq Ahmed saying that Rutherford can hit every ball out of the park now. Well, with the kind of form he is in, you might just see that. Rohit Kumar, it's saying that it's a do or die matter for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. And Jitendra Sharma saying that Parthiv Patel must play at least a quick 35-40 runs innings, otherwise it would be difficult for RCB as well. RCB has a habit of doing blunders in easy game. We certainly don't want any of it today. Well, I think Partha Patel is in really good form, and if there is anyone who is mastering the art of power play with the bat, I think Partha Patel should be on that list. He's played quite well in the power play along with Virat Kohli. In fact, he's played much better than Virat Kohli in the power play, so his innings will be quite crucial.
Well, his innings would be very crucial, but what is Umesh Yadav doing here? He has been bowling good, and that is a rarity for RCB.
Mind blown.
1 wicket, 23 runs in 3 overs, and that is fantastic if he is bowling the end or the starting overs. And Rohit Sharma versus the Dinesh Karthik, ex-Mumbai Indians player. Well, for KKR fans, not very good, but Andre Russell, he is one player who has been fantastic for them. And KKR need to register a win here to have something for them. They were fantastic right at the start of the tournament, but have been on a losing streak, as Akshar Patel now gets into his own, picks Umesh Yadav early and a boundary on that occasion. So 155 now up on board, and some respite coming for the players.
A short delivery ball by Umesh Yadav, and Akshar Patel goes on the back foot and tucks it away. One bounce four towards the fine leg region. It's now 155 for 5. Virat Kohli clearly disappointed with the length of the delivery by Umesh Yadav. He needs to do better. He's an experienced bowler. Third delivery coming up. 4 runs coming off of the over so far. 155 for 5. Umesh Yadav will be steaming in once again. Akshar Patel, the left arm spinner who could bat as well, is the man on strike. A cut shot played this time around, and it's just a single taken as Rutherford now gets a strike. 156 for 5 after that single taken.
Oh, well, certainly for Rutherford and Akshar Patel, there are things that need to be corrected, because after 18.3 overs, it's just 156 for the loss of 5 wickets. And these two, certainly Rutherford has the capabilities of scoring some big runs for Delhi Capitals, but RCB and Umesh Yadav are still in the game. If they restrict this side to under 170, they'll be happy with it. And with a flat Firoz Shah Kotla wicket and the likes of Virat Kohli and Parthiv Patel and AB de Villiers in their side, they would fancy their chances. But Rutherford has picked again, and over the mid-wicket region, another 6 for Delhi Capitals, as Rutherford is moving quickly now. 162 now up on board for Delhi Capitals, and 5 wickets are down. 18.4 overs gone. Fantastic from him, and the scoreboard just ticks on. The boundaries keep on coming, and positive news for Delhi Capitals fans.
Well, that was a really good shot by Rutherford, and he's looking to impress the Delhi fans, and he has done that quite often in the last 3 games. It's 162 for 5 of 18.4 overs, and Pravind Kumar is here with us. Ishfaq Ahmed is here as well. Another good shot by Rutherford, and K Being is saying that there has been a problem with our grammar as well. Well, K Being, in the sentence that in the paragraph that you've written, there are a few grammar errors over there as well, but it's all right. We will take that on the chin, and we will look to improve. Any criticism in democracy is a good democracy, like Modi ji says.
Well, for improving, you have to take criticism in your stride, and criticism has been taken on stride by Delhi Capitals as well in this innings, because they have certainly come back when they were pushed down time and again, and now they are running towards a decent total, and a challenging total at that, at the Firoz Shah Kotla Stadium, with Umesh Yadav now being picked apart time and again. Another boundary for Akshar Patel, as Delhi fans can pump their fist now. 167 for 5. 19 overs are done. 16 runs coming off of that Umesh Yadav over, and what we talked about time and again during our chit-chat sessions is that even if he bowls 3 good overs, there's 1 over that messes it all up for Umesh Yadav, and that has been the case today also. 16 runs coming off of it, and for 3 consecutive occasions.
You remember Sunil Latani said that Umesh Yadav will bowl a magical spell, and when he took the wicket of Prithvi Shaw, he said that I told you so, that he would be bowling a magical spell. I told him in the final delivery, in the final over against Chennai Super Kings, he went for 25 runs, and once again he went for 16 runs this time on his final over of his 4-over spell. So he just doesn't seem to learn so far. Sunil Latani back with us again, and he said yes, he has been disappointing once again. Pravind Kumar enjoying the chit-chat session. Jitendra Sharma is asking us that he wants to decode something. Jitendra, what are you trying to decode? Please let us know. And would you like to say something, Paritosh?
Well, keeping about your comment, I'd like to say that if you have to write it again, I'll just pronounce it for you. I think Sports Flashes should have hired proper English commentators. You guys seem to be struggling with it, and your grammars, not grammar. You have written and your grammar are so bad. Well, if our grammar is bad, you are no good as well. But you're trying, that's good. You also tried, that's fantastic on your part. And thank you for your comment. But try to be a little positive with the comments as well. We are also learning, you should learn as well. And so has been the loving curve for Rutherford, and another boundary on that occasion. Well, there should be a beamer for that, because they hadn't bounced off of Navdeep Saini, and that is one thing that even Rutherford is confused about.
Well, that should have been a waist high no ball, because it was well above the waist if you look at it. And yes, it's 171 exactly. Jitendra Sharma showing some support, but be kind to him. It's all right, DK being. Thank you for the comment. We'll only look to improve, not taken at all with a negative note. We have in fact taken it to the chin, and we will look to improve, we promise you. It's 171 for 5, and Ricky Ponting having a go at the officials. I thought that was a no ball as well. The wicketkeeper wasn't able to collect it, and 4 byes. It could have been 5 for.
Another one, and the wicketkeeper wasn't able to get hold of that on that occasion as well. Navdeep Saini now 2 consecutive boundaries. First one is considered a bye, but this one a clear edge on that occasion. Rutherford trying to go over the fielder's head on the cover region, but will get another boundary as he sneaks one past the wicketkeeper. And Delhi Capitals, for Delhi, it is positive news. Every boundary counts, and 175 now already up. Jitendra Sharma, you were talking about 170, and for Delhi Capitals is certainly very, very good this time around. That Virat Kohli is now under pressure. He certainly have some questions for his bowler. Navdeep Saini has bowled fantastically for them throughout the IPL. He is given the responsibilities of the final over, and at this rate it looks like he'll be picked apart for the rest of the 4 deliveries. How he makes a comeback will certainly define how this player is.
Well, it's 175 for 5. 4 more deliveries left in this over. Navdeep Saini bowls a 3rd delivery, and that should have been a waist high as well, but the umpires haven't given it this time, or have they? They haven't. So 2 questionable decisions by the umpire, but a single taken over there. It's 176 for 5.
Well, 176 for 5, 3 deliveries now, and certainly some officials must be having a go from the management of Delhi Capitals, because we saw that Ricky Ponting was furious at the officials earlier, and Rutherford was also asking questions at the batting crease. The Virat Kohli, he needs to win this one to stay in the IPL for the playoff spot. They were terrible at the start of the IPL. They have certainly made a comeback, but need a win from here on, and he needs to bat brilliantly today, because the total is looking like it'll touch around 180-185 at this rate.
It's 176 for 5. 19.3 overs have been bowled, and that's another full toss, but it's an outside edge by Akshar Patel, and that will be 4 more for Delhi Capitals. Navdeep Saini has been bowling quite poorly in this over. 3 boundaries already coming off of it, and if you talk about the total runs, 13 runs of the 4 deliveries that have been bowled, and Delhi Capitals have now reached the 180 mark, so they will be quite pleased, because 2 more deliveries remain, and that was a healthy outside edge. It went on 1, 2 bounces, 3 bounces for a boundary. It almost went for a 6.
Well, Virat Kohli is certainly asking questions. He is looking devastated, because consecutive full tosses we are seeing here on the Firozshah Kotla final over. You don't really see Navdeep Saini under pressure, but he's looking like the pressure is certainly getting the better out of him. And 2 deliveries still to go. Akshar Patel is trying for the boundary, but it'll be collected by Virat Kohli on that occasion. So Rutherford will be facing the final delivery. 22 of 12 deliveries from him. If another boundary comes off his bat, his cameo would certainly play a crucial role going forward in the game. And what will happen? Rutherford, will he go for a 6, or will he go for the boundary?
Well, obviously he's going to go for a 6. We all know that. And if you talk about the last 2 overs, 30 runs have come off of it so far. It's turning out to be an expensive concluding overs for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. The final delivery to be bowled by Navdeep Saini. 181 is currently the target being set, but another delivery remains, so it might turn out to be more. Navdeep Saini, if he picks up a wicket over here, might shift the momentum towards his side's favour, but there has been a few changes in the field made by the bowler. It's currently AB de Villiers at the deep, and Virat Kohli at the deep. Final delivery to be bowled by Navdeep Saini, and that's way outside off stump. Will that go for a big 6? And that's another one-handed 6 this time by Rutherford. He's taken apart Navdeep Saini. What a cameo by Rutherford, making his presence being felt at Firozshah Kotla. 28 of just 13 deliveries, and the target for the Royal Challengers Bangalore is now a mammoth 188.
So, Jitendra Sharma, yours prediction was 170. I said around 190, so it is closer to mine. So, I'll take the beer you were talking about. And positive news for Delhi Capitals fans is that Rutherford has played a brilliant cameo right at the end to provide them with a good total. And going forward in the game, Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers will certainly play a crucial part in this chase. The score will run you down the score and how the batsmen and bowlers fared in the first innings. Prithvi Shaw played 10 deliveries and he scored 18 runs before going back to the pavilion. Shikhar Dhawan scored a brilliant 50 and so did Shreyas Iyer. Rishabh Pant was sent back cheaply on just 7 off of 7 deliveries and Rutherford played a brilliant cameo of 28 off of 13 deliveries right at the end. Coming to the bowling department of RCB, Umesh Yadav was expensive in his final over. 4 overs, 39 runs, only 1 wicket to show. But the pick of the bowlers for the RCB side is Yuzvendra Chahal, who went a little costlier. 4 overs, 41 runs, but got the 2 important wickets in the Delhi side. 1 wicket for Navdeep Saini. He was picked apart in the final over by Rutherford. Washington Sundar also getting his hands. 7.25 the economy on that occasion. Well, we'll have to take a short break from here as the first inning has now been come to an end. And the total that is for the RCB to chase is 188. We'll catch you on the other side. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. Sports Flashes Radio, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot, will go for it, and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet-tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. This is Sports Flashes Live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot, will go for it, and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes Live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. This is Sports Flashes Live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot, will go for it, and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes. It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes. It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes. It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes.
Chit chat session with me, Paritosh Joshi, and Kartikeya Sinha for the match between Delhi Capitals and Royal Challengers Bangalore at Sports Flashes. We are back with you for the little chit chat in the mid innings as the second innings are on their way in just a few moments. Kartikeya, a fantastic batting performance from Delhi Capitals right at the end, picking their leads any apart.
Oh, wonderful stuff this from Delhi Capitals. I think, at a point in time when they lost their way a bit in the middle overs, losing all those wickets. But then in the end, that little cameo from Rutherford, a 28 not out of just 13 deliveries, and half centuries from skipper Shreyas Iyer and Shikhar Dhawan powering Delhi Capitals to 187 for 5. That means the target for Royal Challengers Bangalore is 188. as far as the bowling was concerned, Navdeep Saini, 4 overs and 44 runs, a wicket for him. Yuzvendra Chahal, 4 overs, 41 and 2 wickets for him. Washington Sundar, clearly the pick of the bowlers with 4 overs and 29 runs, 1 wicket. And Umesh Yadav returning with figures of 1 for 39 in his 4 overs. Marcus Stoinis bowled well, 3 overs, no wickets though, and 24 runs is what he gave away. Virat Kohli and Parthiv Patel, the opening pair for Royal Challengers Bangalore out there in the middle. And for Delhi, it will be Ishant Sharma who will start off the proceedings, the local lad, the tall, lanky, fast bowler. And Parthiv drives one straight and hits Virat Kohli at the non-strikers, and there's a bit of a, good mockery going on between
banter, a little bit of banter between two wicket keepers.
Yes, and Pant getting at each other.
Well, one veteran and one the youngster who is coming up for the Indian side as well as Delhi Capitals.
Are you talking the youngster as in Parthiv Patel, veteran in Rishabh Pant, right?
He has been talked about as the youngster Parthiv Patel for a major part of his career, but now he certainly is a veteran even for Delhi, even for RCB, and he was fantastic for Mumbai Indians when he played for them. He has changed outfits time and again, but now he's serving Royal Challengers Bangalore. And a good performance right at the start would be needed from him for Royal Challengers Bangalore, as the total.
And you talk about good start needed. I think there's a bit of a brain needed for someone who decided to walk right in front of the side screen as Ishant Sharma was about to release that ball. And it's a global epidemic. We know you cannot walk in front of the side screen. There's no other way around it. People just don't learn. They just don't, and this being Delhi, you'd expect 2 more to do that.
Well, the Delhi people do that more often when they're told something that they are not supposed to do, and that has been the case on that occasion. 2 brilliant deliveries, as Parthiv Patel is survived Ishant Sharma on both occasions. Well, he has certainly improved his bowling quite a lot, Ishant Sharma. He was mocked a lot when he was beaten about by James Faulkner when Australia toured India back in the day, but he has improved his seam position quite a bit. He has been fantastic in the tests and is certainly looking like a formidable bowler now.
Absolutely, he's done a great job on his return to T20 cricket in IPL as Ishant Sharma. I think a couple of auctions he went unsold, but this time picked up by Delhi Capitals. And Ricky Ponting, obviously, he's a wonderful leader, is Ponting along with sort of Ganguly, and they know what they need to get out of their players to be great, and that's exactly what Ishant's done. Now finally, first runs on the board for RCB as Parthiv Patel drives one away towards mid-off and steals a quick single, and with that it's 1 for no loss. 3 deliveries bowled. Ishant Sharma this season has played 10 matches, he's picked up 6 wickets, but that impressive economy rate of his, that's something that's been good. Just 7 runs and over is what he's given away. The best bowlers have conceded a lot more than that as far as their economy is concerned, but Ishant Sharma has done a good job, and even in the power play overs his economy is 6.3, so that tells you how an improved version he has turned out to be of himself. And he's certainly, with the early blows that he's delivered, has helped Delhi Capitals a lot this season. Kohli on strike, a slip in position, that's a second or widest second slip, but Kohli runs one down through to a short third man, goes for a quick single shot, then as the striker sets a direct hit. Will they go for the overthrow? No, they won't. Will there be an appeal for a run out? No, it won't. Sandeep Lamichhane there with that effort, and with that the single also picked up. So Kohli also opens his account, and Kushal Paudel asking, Sandeep plays or not? Yes, Sandeep Lamichhane is playing. Smiley Girl says Virat, and Sandeep is playing, guys. All of you tuning in from Nepal asking about Sandeep Lamichhane. The young Nepali sensation is playing today. He is in the Delhi 11.
Well, certainly for the Delhi Capitals, a positive change. We have seen time and again that when the game is at Firozshah Kotla, Sandeep Lamichhane is certainly included in the side, and that has worked in their favour, but it is edged by Parthiv Patel and will go past the keeper for a 4. So unfortunate on that occasion. Delhi Capitals almost got the wicket, but too far off for Parthiv Patel and Shikhar Dhawan, and a 4 for Parthiv Patel, edged and travels past the keeper, far away from him, and a welcome 4, first 4 of this innings for RCB. Coming back to our chit chat session, there are people joining in. Sunil Notani is with us, Jitendra Sharma is with us, Dhopatan is also with us, Titus Thomas is also with us, so is Ishaq Ahmed, and RCB are now at 6 after 5 deliveries. Another one down the ground this time around from Parthiv Patel over the head of the of the bowler over the long off boundary, and it's 4 more for RCB. 10 of the very first over, and a fantastic start from RCB as Parthiv Patel will have 2 boundaries to his name after the end of the first over. Virat Kohli will have to certainly get in on the act if they need to chase down this total. And coming back to our chit chat session, there are people joining in. Rohit Kumar is also with us, so is Jitendra Sharma and Pravind Kumar. People like Dhop Pradhan are frequently. Shashank Agarwal is also with us. And telling the score to everyone, it's 10 after 1 over, and Parthiv Patel has scored 2 boundaries in the very first over. They need to chase down a total of above of 187, 188, the target for RCB after an enormous cameo by the end of the first innings by Rutherford, which resulted in consecutive flurry of boundaries, and 6 of the very last ball gave them some substance to their innings. RCB tried to make a smart comeback in the first innings in the middle overs, and they were fantastic by removing Rishabh Pant, Shreyas Iyer consecutively. Then Colin Ingram went back, but Rutherford had other ideas. He stayed till the end and played a cameo which resulted in the target being 188. Parthiv Patel got lucky on first occasion, but he was there for the second delivery and took him back to the boundary.
Excellent shot by Parthiv Patel, straight over the bowler's head. Presented the full face of the bat as well, right of the middle. 11 for no loss RCB. It's Akshar Patel bowling the second over, as now Parthiv sweeps one away through towards deep backward square leg. It's in the air and into the crowd for 6. What a shot that brought a smile to Virat Kohli's face. Parthiv Patel down on one knee, slog sweeps it over square leg for a maximum. Score moves away to 17 now for no loss. Just the start that RCB needed, but they have to continue this for the first power play overs. S. Kareem, thank you so much for the support. I've just read your comment, and yes, that's the way it is. We are trying our best, and we'll continue to learn and do better as far as our coverage is concerned. And Ishfaq Ahmed, it says it's now all up to Virat now, and he has to bat deep, while Titus Thomas believes that Sandeep will be a key bowler for Delhi Capitals today. As now Parthiv works one away through towards deep square leg. There is a fielder there in the deep. Shikhar Dhawan quickly gets to the ball and keeps it down to just 1 run. 18 now for no loss after 1.3 overs. It's turning out to be a slightly expensive start for Akshar Patel, already giving away 8 runs in the first 3 deliveries that he's bowled. As far as Parthiv's strike rate this season is concerned in the power play, it's close to 147.2. So yes, someone who likes to go on and get quick starts for RCB.
The interesting fact that this strike rate is quite similar to that of Shikhar Dhawan. He also has a strike rate of around 117, 180 in all the IPLs, but this time around he has batted quite fast at the start of the innings, batting at a strike rate of around 147, 148, and so is Parthiv Patel. He has served them very well in this season's IPL, collecting runs, getting good starts, and this time around playing brilliant shots throughout the park for RCB at Kotla. It's a flat wicket, and these two certainly have a substance to work around, but it'll be interesting to see how Delhi bowlers fare.
Again going for a slow sweep there was Parthiv Patel, but this time the ball skids on, keeps a tad bit low and beats the bat, goes away towards Rishabh Pant behind the stumps, who did a good job in my opinion to hold on to that ball. Generally, you know, him and his wicket keeping skills against the spinners have been questioned, a bit circumspect, but then on that occasion did a good job. It's in the air now, but drops short of the man at long on. A single there to end the over. 10 of that over as well. It's 2 overs gone. 20 for no loss. Royal Challengers Bangalore. Gopal Das, we are very well. How are you, sir? And got Amin Ahmed saying that he hopes RCB can win this game within 18 overs. That's going to be a lot more for that batting where it's coming from to be continued. But right now it's 2 overs gone, 20 for no loss. If they continue at this rate, then certainly they can go on and win it in 18, 19 overs. And Titus Thomas, thank you so much. We are trying, as I said earlier, to go on and provide you the best coverage we can. Kaushal Paudel, Sandeep is playing. All of you tuning in from Nepal, I think they are all very delighted with the fact that Sandeep Lamichan has finally been included in the playing 11. And I think he's a terrific young talent. And the more matches he gets, the better he becomes.
We've seen in this season's IPL that Sandeep Lamichhane is being brought into the squad whenever they play Firozshah Kotla. and the strategy I think they're going forward with. And Sandeep Lamichhane, we were talking about him, and he's been brought into attack right at the start for Delhi Capitals. And good news for all the fans from Nepal that your lad Sandeep Lamichhane is now given the ball by his captain, but Parthiv Patel picks him on, and a boundary for him right at the start. Sandeep Lamichhane not very happy with the first delivery.
The poor delivery, line with the leg stump, all the went for the googly, but the line wasn't right, and Parthiv Patel sits down on one knee and slogs it away towards deep mid-wicket. Couple of bounces and into the fence for 4. Earlier when the game started, there was a toss, and during the toss, Virat Kohli, as we said, flexed his muscle and pointed towards the dressing room, signalling 9. And I've got word coming in from Walli. He's done his research, and he's come back saying that Kohli meant that we are going to make it 9 wins in a row against Delhi at Firozshah Kotla. Well, we'll have to wait and watch as now Parthiv Patel slogs another one. This time fairly straighter between long on and deep mid wicket, and another boundary here. One bounce and into the fence for 4.
Another 4 for Parthiv Patel. He moves on to 25 of just 11 deliveries. 2 consecutive boundaries coming in for RCB as their chase continues. Fantastic batting performance says continue from Parthiv Patel. He has been there time and again for RCB whenever they needed. He was there for them when even Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers were not clicking, and if Kohli clicks with him today, the chase is very well on for RCB.
Absolutely, it's not one of the biggest grounds in the world, is Firozshah Kotla. Possibly my school ground was bigger than this, so yeah, that's another problem for Delhi. They are chasing, they're defending 188 at a relatively possibly the smallest ground in India, that's Firozshah Kotla, and the wicket surprisingly has behaved itself very well, as now Parthiv pulls one away towards long on, and a single there for the left-hander. 9 of this over from Sandeep Lamichhane already, and the score moves on to 29 for no loss, with Parthiv on 26 and Kohli on a run, a ball 3 at the moment. And we're talking about the people tuning in. Kiran Gaja also with us, thank you, and all the best RCB. What you have to say. Clearly a lot of RCB support here. And Jitendra Sharma, if I'm correct, brother, you're tuning in from Canada once again. He agrees with Amin that RCB should finish this game as quickly as they can if they have to win, because of the fact that if they go on and make it to the top 4 or for the 4th position, then run rate will be something, net run rate, that will be going on and helping them as far as qualification for the top 4 or that 4th spot is concerned. Sunil, thank you very much for the welcome. While we've got Parthiv Patel batting at a strike rate of 217 plus, and more than 80% of his runs have come in a boundary, and as we speak, another boundary of the bat of Parthiv Patel. Another poor delivery by Lamichhane, half volley in line with the leg stump, and Parthiv Patel whips it away. Despite Rutherford putting in that chase, the ball crashes into the fence for 4. Another 4 for Parthiv Patel. Well, breathtaking batting performance from him, and the great start of RCB continue for the chase. 34 now up on board in 2.5 overs. He'll be looking for another boundary right at the end of this over. Sandeep Lamichhane has been picked apart. 14 runs coming off of the 5 deliveries. Parthiv Patel, he's on 30 off of just 13 deliveries, and he's looking like a formidable attacking player right at the start of the innings. The opening proposition that he has been presented with has worked in his favour quite well for the RCB, and after 3 overs, a single off of the last ball, 35 now up on board, and Parthiv Patel is relentlessly scoring for them. Well, he's doing a terrific job as Parthiv Patel at the moment. 15 runs from that Sandeep Lamichhane first over. 3 overs gone, 35 for no loss. PP. He's the man for RCB in this match, says Sandeep Sharma. That's Parthiv Patel right now, and he's doing a great job. Jitendra Sharma with that comment saying PP. And in the Hindi box, we used to call him Nanne Parthiv Patel. He's got a little fella. He's doing a terrific job. 31 of just 14 deliveries for Parthiv Patel, 5 boundaries and a 6, a strike rate of 221.43. Virat Kohli has been a quiet spectator at the other end. 4 deliveries faced by the Indian and RCB skipper, and he's happily taken 4 singles. And Parthiv Patel, who's hogged the bulk of the strike, has in fact done the bulk of the scoring. 31 for him, 4 for Kohli, and the bowlers have been fairly expensive. First over bowled by Shant Sharma gave away 10 runs. Second bowled by Akshar Patel, he gave away 10 runs. And then Sandeep Lamichhane bowling the third, giving away 15 runs. It's Kagiso Rabada now, Delhi's go-to man, who's coming to bowl over number 4, and things don't change. This time a glorious cover drive by Parthiv Patel, and that be a boundary. Parthiv welcomes Rabada to the bowling crease with a cracking cover drive.
fantastic from Parthiv Patel. He is not bogging down under the stature of Kagiso Rabada. He has been fantastic for Delhi Capitals, taking wickets time and again. He is the current purple cap holder, Rabada, but Parthiv Patel, being unfazed by that, scores a boundary of the very first delivery. He has been scoring relentlessly and misses on the second delivery. Well, fantastic comeback from Rabada.
Goes for the cut, but on that occasion makes no contact. PP for PP. Parthiv Patel in power play, says Tyrus Thomas, and RCB implementing the strategy very well here. So according to Jitendra Sharma, Navneet Yadav says Delhi to win today. Tyrus Thomas asking for Manish Pandey.
Manish Pandey is
not involved in this contest today.
Manish Pandey is certainly not a part of this side. He was playing for SRH.
Was playing for RCB when he got that 100. Yes, and that's exactly what you've mentioned as well. Manjeet Fazal also with us saying hi. Hello Manjeet. And Fayaz Khan with us as well on YouTube. Very warm welcome to you. And what a start this has been for Parthiv Patel. 35 of 16 deliveries, including 4 fours and 1 6. And there's no bowler that he's given any respect to. 6 fours for him, 6 boundaries and a 6 as well. And all of them, most of them, in fact, on the onside, apart from that cracking cover drive of Kagiso Rabada's first delivery, which was a wonderful drive through the extra cover region. So at the moment it's 40 for no loss RCB. Virat Kohli is now on strike, and the target, Dheeraj Chakravarti, is 188. With now Kohli joining the party, drives one back past the bowler. Rabada treated to a couple of boundaries in this over already, and it's the Virat Kohli show that's about to begin.
Well, Virat Kohli gets in on the action with Parthiv Patel, catches it early, drives it down the ground. 4 more for RCB as their chase is looking very strong at the moment. It's just 3.4 overs done and 44 already up on board. Rabada needs to do something here to stop these two, because they are looking like they'll take their game away from him right at the start.
Well, it's the local lad, Virat Kohli, Delhi boy against Delhi, and he's turning the show on here. One now, dabs one away towards wide. His third man picks up one, wanted a second, but then in the end, one is all that they'll have to settle with. But what a shot that was straight down the ground for Virat Kohli. Delhi cannot win today. Sandeep is not in form these days. He's a much expensive player in this IPL, says Ujwan Nyopane. Well, he certainly hasn't lived up to the expectation as Sandeep Lamechane, but at the moment, it won't take him long, a wicket or two, and things may change very, very quickly. Rabada is the same man who bowled 50th over for 1 run, and that too against Dhoni. So yes, he is the same man as Rabada Jitendra. He's the same man who successfully defended 10 runs in that super over against Kolkata Knight Riders. But today has been a decent start for RCB. A single there to, in fact, dot ball to end the over from Parthiv Patel. So it's 45 now for no loss after 4 overs, with 10 runs again coming from another over. So the required run rate now dropping below 9. It's 8.94, while the current run rate is 11.25 for Royal Challengers Bangalore. What a start, dream start for RCB. 45 for no loss after 4 overs.
A fantastic start from them, and now Virat Kohli also has a boundary to his name, so positive things for RCB keep on coming. They've made a fantastic comeback into the IPL as well after a disastrous start to this season's IPL. They lost consecutive matches on a trot, but since they have been winning games, they are certainly backing themselves for a chance for a playoff spot, and for a playoff spot they need to play very, very consecutively. They need to win all their games.
He's got it!
Virat Kohli will make the walk back into the pavilion after Ishant Sharma has struck for them, and now a fantastic catch from Rishabh Pant on that occasion. He was trying a little bit of banter with Rabada on the last over, previous over, and this time around Ishant Sharma has got the better off of him. Fantastic catch on that occasion by Rishabh Pant, but I guess Virat Kohli has other ideas.
Well, I think the umpires are still having a discussion that did it carry cleanly, or was it taken cleanly by Pant or not. I think they'll refer it to the third umpire, but the soft dismissal is something that we'll have to see. But I think he got hold of it pretty cleanly, did Rishabh Pant. Diving towards the right, Pravind Kumar says good wicket. Well, it is so far a wicket as long as he's collected it completely. Did it carry to Pant as well? That's the question, because it was dying to him when the ball was coming there. Adnan Rizvi says hello. Hi Adnan. And Jitendra Sharma is sad and smiley. Well, as he, I think, he got it.
It is one bounce, I guess, just before he gets it onto the gloves, and that's why Virat Kohli is
I think
amused.
it's in the gloves. I think it's in the gloves, but we'll just have to wait and see what third umpire sees. It doesn't matter what you or I say, but it's in the glove. Is it or not? Well, soft dismissal is out, not out from the umpire. So we'll have to wait and see if the third umpire will overturn that or not. Well, we got Pravind Kumar saying that Parthiv will score 50, and it's not out. It's been overturned. Virat stays there in the end. Ishant Sharma and Kohli having a word. Pant can't believe it. Well, in the end, Virat stays not out.
Well, Rishabh Pant is looking bemused, and Virat Kohli trying to convince Rishabh Pant that don't celebrate too early, lad. He was trying to have a word with Rishabh Pant as well. And Virat Kohli was certainly very sure that the ball didn't carry to him. Rishabh Pant was very sure, but Virat Kohli.
You could actually see Rishabh Pant saying, "Virat bhaiya, maine liya tha. Virat bhaiya liya tha." But in the end, the umpire rules it out. It was an edge. It was a great effort, I have to say. But it did look like he completed the catch. I'm not very sure. Two Delhi lads in Ishant Sharma and Virat Kohli having a word with each other. It seems like Kohli was abusing and shouting, and Ishant Sharma was just smiling.
Well, Virat Kohli is quite an very outspoken on the cricket field, and Ishant Sharma, well, he doesn't really speak on the field. He just screams when he gets a chance. But this could be very heavily in the favour of RCB, because the survival of Virat Kohli is essential for this chase, and the target being 188, and they have still a long way to go. 45 already up on board in 4.2 overs. Ishant Sharma had the chance early on, and Virat Kohli still survives.
Third man is in the 30-yard circle. So is the man at fine leg with 45 on the board. Kohli now goes over the bowler's head. What a shot that is! That's into the stand for 6. You not even need to move for that, Virat Kohli, and that's how you reply. Virat Kohli, you can see him walking with that arrogance that he has. Absolutely love it. And Jitender, I'm not very sure. I haven't watched the movie yet, but Wali and Paritosh here have. And you going for it today, that's great. Just don't put out any spoilers for me. The boys have been told anyone who sends out a spoiler will get a couple of stitches on their forehead. So let's keep it like that. 6 for Virat Kohli. What a shot. Stand and deliver through the line.
Fantastic on that occasion by Virat Kohli. He certainly bagged himself, and he knows what kind of player he is. He was having a word with Ishant Sharma, and he was looking for Ishant Sharma to reply on style. He consecutively stared while Ishant Sharma made the walk back for the next delivery. Fantastic comeback from that dot on that occasion. 4.4 overs gone, 51 already up on board for RCB.
50 up on the board, 6 of this over. A much better over despite that 6, because only 6 of the first 4 deliveries have been considered. Virat, we've all known he's had that a bit of a tendency of edging those deliveries just outside of that tour of England, is where that weakness was exposed with Stuart Broad and Jamie Anderson bowling in that corridor, inducing those outside edges and getting the slip cordon and the wicketkeeper in action throughout that test tour. Was a horrible tour for Virat, but he's slowly started to work on it. But still, there is that bit of chink in the armour for him, as now he dabs one away towards mid-off. Goes for a quick single, misfield! Will that go to the fence? No, it won't. Or will it? Yes, what could have been a single turns into a boundary.
Well, Rabada on that occasion, we really see a misfield from him, but leaking runs, and they can't help it. But come to the pressure. Ishant Sharma is looking very unhappy by that. Kagiso Rabada, he is a good fielder on the field usually, and he completely fluffed it on that occasion.
What a disappointment for a South African fielder.
Well, he was fantastic on field before that, and he is usually a great fielder, but sadly for Ishant Sharma, an easy boundary there for Virat Kohli. And 10 runs already off of this over. All the hard work has come to dust, and 55 already up on board for RCB. One ball still to be bowled in this over, and Ishant Sharma, will he make a great comeback or another boundary for RCB?
Well, Delhi would be hoping that he picks up a wicket, but Virat Kohli's other ideas, dances down the track, whips and away towards deep mid-wicket. Shikhar Dhawan is there, and a single to end the over. 5 overs gone, it's 56 for no loss. What a start this for Royal Challengers Bangalore. Hari Suryavanshi supporting Delhi Capitals here, and Tyrese Thomas says it's funny, before Delhi team was named Devils, so they couldn't win, and now their name is changed to Capitals, and they're on the verge of making it to the spot for the playoffs for the first IPL editions. since the first IPL edition. And well, Titus, we as Delhi fans have been waiting for a long time for Delhi to qualify for the top 4. It seems that this year the prayers will be answered.
Your comment can be very much analysed that Delhi people certainly need to realise that they're not daredevils. They certainly are the capital of the country, and they
let's just stick to the capital, boys.
They certainly need some self-verification, and that has happened in this season, and they are looking very good. After that, almost on the verge of making to the playoffs. A win here will certainly seal them a spot. But they need to put in a sensational bowling comeback right now, because Virat Kohli and Parthiv Patel are scoring brilliantly. Kagiso Rabada has been called back, and will he do some damage for Delhi Capitals? We'll have to wait and see.
Kohli now works one away towards deep square leg and returns for the second as well. Excellent running between the wicket by Kohli and Patel. In fact, Kohli completed with ease. Parthiv Patel with his short little strides was struggling at the end, but all's well that ends well. 58 for no loss with those two. Kohli's moved up to 22 of 13 deliveries, with Rabada looking to pick up a wicket or two here. Kohli goes for the pole top edge, but falls in no man's land between backward point, and the wicket keeper. It just falls nowhere. A bit of luck there for Virat Kohli. As far as Kohli against Delhi Capitals is concerned, he got a 41 in the previous encounter between the two sides. Delhi won that game with ease by 4 wickets. And in the end for Delhi, it was Shreyas Iyer played knock of 67, 28 for Prithvi Shaw, 22 for Calling Ingram on that night. That was match number 20 of this season's IPL. Khalid Mehman, welcome sir, how are you? As it's 50-50 right now, couple of wickets and it could all change very quickly. Kohli backs away for the pole, Rabada follows him, the ball hits the midriff, goes away towards covers. They'll still pick up a single though, and Rabada's now smiling to Virat Kohli. It's good to see that despite the nature of the contest, the value of 2 points for both sides, they still played in great spirit. They're smiling and laughing at each other. With Mohammad Suhail Ansari also tuning into our YouTube feed, a very warm welcome to you, brother. 46, 84, 67, 41, 100. These have been and 84 against KKR. These have been the highlight figures for Virat Kohli this season. 84 and 100 both coming against Kolkata Knight Riders. He's got more than 400 runs this season. I mean, Ahmed says job, very nice job you guys, thank you so much Ahmed. As now Parthiv Patel continues the carnage and drives one away through towards the extra cover region for 4.
Another 4 for Parthiv Patel. He moves on to 39 of 19 deliveries, and Rabada has been picked again. Virat Kohli was certainly struggling against him, but Parthiv Patel, his all guns blazing. He has been fantastic for RCB, and this game could be very crucial for him. He has been playing very good. Rabada has a smile on his face, a little banter with Virat Kohli, and Virat Kohli pointed out towards the boundary after missing his 2 consecutive deliveries. But what a catch from Akshar Patel on that occasion to dismiss Parthiv Patel. Parthiv Patel tried to cut it and was going for the boundary, but Akshar Patel had other ideas, absolutely catching on that, and this further damages RCB's hope, as Parthiv Patel will now walk back into the pavilion.
No doubt about that catch, that's for sure. Was short and wide, he cut it in the air, and a terrific catch at backward point by Akshar Patel. Doesn't matter where you point, Virat, it's Kagiso Rabada who's at the last laugh, and on the 5th delivery of over number 6, it's 63 for 1. Parthiv Patel gone for 39. He's done his job as Parthiv Patel, and given RCB a great start, and now with that wicket gone, once again Delhi back in the game. What did I say? 44 PP. Should have said 80. Jitendra Sharma, well, had he said 80, might have gotten 80 because of the predictions coming quite true. Dilip Mahata says well done DC, while hurry sir, Delhi got a wicket, says Khalid Menon. Yes, Rabada is the top wicket taker. Rabada is certainly a terrific bowler, while 1 wicket in 15 plus 1 wicket in this over, says Praveen Kumar. And not just cricket, we've got Super Sunday in football as well in the English Premier League. And if you want to listen to the live commentary of the Premier League, you can listen to it on Sports Flashes live from the stadium on our app, on our website as well. In fact, if you go on our Facebook, YouTube and Twitter pages, you'll find these live feeds from the stadium coming in as well. PP has departed before PP. Well, love it. And power play and Parthiv Patel, the relation that you guys have built. Now, Mishra ji, this is your turn, says Khalid Mehman. Well, right now we'll have to wait for the over to get over of Kagiso Rabada. De Villiers is the new man to come out and join Virat Kohli. Two of the best in the world together at the crease, as now De Villiers works one away towards fine leg for a single to end the over. End of the power play. It's 6 overs gone, 64 for the loss of 1 wicket. Rimpi Jain, very good evening to you too.
Oh, fantastic there to play brilliantly in the power play by RCB, and they have had a good start. Only Parthiv Patel departing has been the one chink in their brilliant start. AB de Villiers comes in, and Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers have had brilliant partnerships prior to this game, and they would be looking for a partnership from here on to win it from RCB's perspective. And Delhi Capitals, they need some wickets here. If they are able to get rid of AB de Villiers or Virat Kohli, it will be very much in their favour. They will be heavily tilted this tie into their favour. Coming back to our comments on the chit chat box, Shiv Gopal is supporting RCB, and Titus Thomas is saying that Titus Thomas, I am certainly taking his name wrong time and again, and he has said that in the previous comments. So Titus Thomas, that is your name. I'm sorry for my earlier mistakes.
Please forgive him, he's a young boy. Titus, please forgive him.
He's saying that there's a contest between South Africans ABD and Rabada. Well, certainly for them it is a contest between South Africans. Chris Morris should have played today. He also says, well, Chris Morris wasn't good with the bat, and the addition of Rutherford has certainly helped them with the bat as well. Pravin Kumar, 1 wicket. Well, 1 wicket for Delhi Capitals. And
Dev Mahata, I'm with you. Only love DC, Delhi Capitals, yes. And AB de Villiers 415 runs in this year's IPL. And Mishra ji, as most of you wanted, is here. And that's Amit Mishra bowling over number 7. And that battle between Rabada and ABD will continue. We've got a lot of cricket left in this contest. I support Dada team today, says Khalid Meran. Well, that means you're supporting Delhi Capitals. Good on you, boss. And long way, sir. Big score. Yes, still a long way to go. 188 is the target. But we got Shiv Gopal Yadav along with Dilip Mahata all tuning in. And a very, very warm welcome to Shyam Sundar, who's a fan of Virat Kohli. And we have another batsman getting ready. But it'll be very important for Delhi to break this partnership, not allow them to get settled in. Parthiv ne apna kaam kar diya, says Pravind Kumar. Yes, he's done his job. Gave them a flying start before he was dismissed. And Shekhar Baral says Sandeep should get rid of Virat Kohli. We'd absolutely love it. While Khalid Melan says Mishra ji to pick up 3 wickets today. Sounds beautiful to me, Khalid. As the score is 66 for 1 with another single. ABD was looking to flick one away. The ball goes between his legs and towards a punt for a dot ball.
Oh, well, interesting fact coming in from our statman Abhishek Pandey. The batting average of AB de Villiers is 68.83 in the IPL against Delhi. And the South African has aggregated 413 runs in 13 innings with the help of 4 half centuries. So he's fantastic against Delhi Capitals. He certainly likes playing against them. Will he score another half century? Well, only time will tell. And if he does score a half century, he could take the game away on his own from Delhi Capitals.
Well, if he bats for 10 overs from here on, it'll be all over for Delhi Capitals. We want to see the back of him. That's for sure. Bindas boy Dhanraj says hi, hello, and apology accepted. Thank you very much, Titus, for that apology exception. We are I'll make sure Paritosh gets it right the next time. Now Mishra ji bowling to AB de Villiers, who cuts it away towards sweeper cover, and a single there. Good over this from Amit Mishra, just 3 runs off it for a change. An over that's conceded less than 10 runs or runs in single figures. That's come from the experience Amit Mishra. 67 for 1 at the end of over number 7. Bindas boy, that's the score. 67 for 1, and round about this time the Delhi score was also the same, but this is where Delhi lost their way a bit in the middle overs. But then that cameo from Rutherford got them to 187. Dilip Mahata says love DC guys. Yes, we can live with the 0.3 less than 68.3. I'm not sure I understand. All right, the average for AB de Villiers against Delhi Capitals 68.3. You're okay with 68? I'm sure you're okay with 68. Jitendra, if he gets 68, well, it could be all over. Talk about 68, that's the score now. 68 for 1 after 7.1 overs for RCB as De Villiers works one away towards the offside to collect a single. Kohli now on strike. At this point, Delhi was 69 for 1, and now Kohli pulls one away in the air and taken. Big wicket. Virat Kohli's gone. 68 for 2. This time, Virat, you can stand and stare, but the catch has been taken cleanly. Get back to the hut.
Well, RCB, what have you done? Virat Kohli is now back into the hut. AB de Villiers, the lone warrior right now for RCB, and he has completely fluffed it. He didn't have enough power on it, and Rutherford celebrating like Shikhar Dhawan on that occasion. Akshar Patel, he has been involved in both the dismissals early on. He caught the delivery that dismissed Parthiv Patel, and Virat Kohli has been dismissed on a ball of Akshar Patel. So fantastic there for the Delhi Capitals. Sad news for RCB fans that there will be no Virat Kohli show today at the Firozshah Kotla.
Absolutely, was short delivery on another day. Virat would have planted that into the crowd, but this time straight to Rutherford at deep mid wicket, and well, the moment he took the catch, he celebrated like Shikhar Dhawan, a pat on the thigh like a typical Kabaddi manner, and Rutherford is turning into another Gabbar himself. Unnati Pandey saying very good coverage, thank you very much. Delhi Dada combination sounds good, absolutely it does, Khalid, and Delhi certainly doing a decent job this season, with Praveen Kumar saying 100 for 1. If it happens, then RCB will win with ease, but no, it's 68 for 2 with Kohli, the man, gone, and Jitendra Sharma says no comments. Well, Ram Nepal says Sandeep Lamachani will take 3 wickets today. So Sandeep will take 3 wickets for Ram Nepal, and Mishra Ji will pick up 3 wickets for Khalid Menon. That's 6 wickets down, and we've already had 2 wickets to go. So looks like Delhi might be alright to win this game. Akshar Patel has picked up 1 already. And
the colour blue is certainly in the race. Leicester City have absolutely hammered Arsenal in an EPL game for the football fans. 3-0 the final score line. Leicester City absolutely hammering, and the away record of Arsenal on the downward side as Emery is taking the charge from Arsene Wenger. This has been the story. They have played fantastically at home and have been disastrous away for a meter. The top 4 now stay very much open, and Rishabh Pant on that occasion having the last laugh against Virat Kohli. He was certainly teaching Pant a lesson early on about not celebrating like he has gone back to the stadium. Well, he can celebrate now.
Absolutely, he can celebrate now. Cheeky little fella, Rishabh Pant, when Kohli was walking back, I think a word or two as well. And Jitendra Sharma will take 5 wickets in that case. Well, if you do, it's only going to help Delhi's cause, brother. So it's okay. I know it's like people say cricket is a matter of life and death, and I say it's a lot more than that. That's how the emotions run high for this game in this country.
Certainly quoting football.
Bill Shankly, Sir Bill Shankly, former Liverpool manager, said people say football is a matter of life and death. I'm disappointed because it's a lot more than that. For us, cricket is a lot more than life and death. 70 for 2, getting back to the score, and we got Deepak tuning in from Malaysia. Very warm welcome, Deepak, as Akshar Patel bowls a very good over, just 4 runs and a wicket in that over. 8 overs gone. It's 71 for the loss of 2 wickets, and Anish Ambani wants an ABD show, says now the show will begin, while Dildeep Mahata, I beg your pardon, says wicket of ABD needed because Sharda Pawar 1, 2, 3, 4 saying hi, hello Sharda, while Siddharth, an avid listener, is also tuned in. Very warm welcome, Sid, how are you, brother? So now it's 8 overs gone, 71 for the loss of 2 wickets, with Shivam Dube being the new man in to come out and join AB de Villiers. Dube is on 2, de Villiers is on 5, and a problem that we've seen for AB de Villiers this season is that he struggled to strike the ball cleanly against the spinners, and seeing that, we've got 2 spinners in bowling in tandem for Delhi Capitals, Amit Mishra and Akshar Patel, and Mishra ji is, I think if I'm correct, got 3 hat-tricks in the World Cup, in the IPL, and 2 of them for Delhi, and I think 1 of them here at this venue as well. So well, hopefully he'll get another one today, but there's still a lot of pressure on RCB, and things can quickly go wrong from here, as now it is Mishra to start a fresh over, and Shivam Dube does the right thing, works one away for a single, giving AB de Villiers the strike. And who is the new man, sir? It is Shivam Dube. Titus Thomas, he's come out to join ABD. People who want wicket of ABD, guys, where is the fun then? says Jitendra. Clearly, he was supporting RCB, Jitendra, but all Delhi Capital fans would want the wicket of AB de Villiers. Although I want him to bat for a while, Mr. 360 for an over or so, and then he can go back.
Only for an over,
Only
because
for an over or
if
so.
he even bats for 5 or 6 overs, he can certainly take the game away from Delhi Capitals.
Well, if he bats for 10 overs if he bats till the 15th or 16th over, the game could be bloody well over.
Well, he has the powers to do that, and the way at the rate which he normally scores, he has the power to finish any total inside 6 to 7 overs. Shivam Dube is the new man in, and he will be struggling against this bowling outfit as well, because they have been able to put on the pressure. Amit Mishra has been economical for them, bowling a tight line and length, and certainly making it rip, making it a little, making it flight a little, and that hasn't worked in the batsman's favour. Shivam Dube under pressure, 3 and goes for the big shot.
It's in the air. There's a fielder trying to get underneath it. Will it be wicket number 3? Oh yes, he's dropped it. He has dropped it, would you believe it? The fielder running in from long on. That should have been 74 for 3. In fact, it's turned out to be 75 for 2. And it is Tewatia who's dropped that catch. I have to say, it wasn't easy, but at this level, should have been taken. It was the googly pitching outside leg. Shivam Dube went for the slog hit, got the leading edge. And what was he doing? What was he doing? That's worse than a schoolboy error from Rahul Tewatia. And Khalid Nalan says, come on Mishra ji. Khalid, he would have had another wicket had Rahul Tewatia stuck that catch, held on to that catch. But in the end, the culprit is Tewatia. He's dropped that catch, would you believe it? And not only that, he's given away 2 runs as well. I know, Karthikeya, you are a DC fan, but I won't hurt. It won't hurt DC to lose the game. Well, it won't.
But it would certainly hurt the fans.
Hurt the fans. Jitendra, after a very long time, Delhi is doing well. And after a very long time, I've had my black hair turn into grey, and I've been waiting for Delhi to do well. But let's just seal the playoffs first, and then we can lose the game. Please, we've been waiting for this. As now de Villiers pulls Mishra out of the park. Well, that's a maximum. What a shot that from AB de Villiers.
Fantastic from AB de Villiers, showing why he's called Mr. 360. Completely unorthodox, completely AB de Villiers. And 82 now up on board in 9 overs. Amit Mishra has been treated for a 6 of the last delivery. He was bowling fantastically until the last delivery was pulled by AB de Villiers. It's now 9 overs gone. Strategic timeout has been taken. 82 after the fall of 2 wickets, and AB de Villiers is sensational. We'll also take a short break, and we'll be right back in a short while. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes. It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes Live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a 3rd All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes Live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports.
Hello everyone and welcome to Sports Flashes Cricket Lounge. This is Wali Siddiqui, now joined in with Paritosh Joshi. The strategic timeout has come to an end. Score is 83 for 2 after 9.1 overs, and you can see the pep talk between Ricky Ponting and the rest of the players of the Delhi Capitals. I'm sure he's not impressed with the way that Rahul Tewatia dropped that catch, and he's having a word with each and every fielder that it's better that I do not see any more drop catches, otherwise it will be problems for you when you walk back towards the dressing room.
Well, dedicated Delhi fan Wali is certainly wanting a positive result out of this encounter, but if AB de Villiers stays, well, he is the crucial man here for RCB. Just one wicket and that is it for RCB. AB de Villiers, and he's one man who can win it all from here on his own if he plays till the very end. 9.3 overs are now done, 83 up on board after 2 wickets. Virat Kohli and Parthiv Patel, both the openers, back in the hut for RCB, and a cut set AB de Villiers does. The power play is now over and Kagisarawala collects it near the cover boundary. And for every Delhi fan, the equation is same: 1 wicket, and that too of AB de Villiers, and this game is home and dry. 105 now needed, 104 now needed off of 62 deliveries now for RCB, and very much in the favour. And Shivam Dube tries to go big. Will he get it? Yes, he will. 6 more for RCB and 6 more for Shivam Dube. 13 off of 8 deliveries for him. No chance from Colin Ingram on that occasion. Over there of the field, over that. And over everyone for a 6, a massive one near the long on boundary. And sadly for you, Wali, Colin Ingram could do nothing about it this time around.
Well, it was too high for his own liking. It's a 90 for 2, and that is what AB de Villiers would want from the other batsman. He has to be complimented from the other end as well, because if that doesn't happen, then AB de Villiers single-handedly, it'll be really difficult for him to win the game for RCB. And there was a question being asked that if Bangalore 2 managed to win this in the 18th or 19th over, then what position they'll be on the points table. It wouldn't do much for them, but they will move to 7th from 8th, and that is the problem with RCB. If they want to qualify for the playoffs, then they have to win games on a comprehensive tone. 90 for 2 after 10 overs, 98 runs required of 60 deliveries. Unnati Pandey, Dilip Mehta is asking for Sandeep in the next over. Hulaj Golcha, Mahendra Dugana is asking us that how many runs did Sandeep Lamachane concede. Well, we'll be back with that. And Sandeep Lamachane had bowled 2 overs. He went for, in fact, he bowled 1 over and he went for 15 runs in that. So he still has 3 overs to bowl to, and he is a genuine wicket taker for the Delhi Capitals. Coming back to the score, it's 90 for 2 after 10 overs, and now your prayers have been answered. It's Dilip Mehta, it's Sandeep Lamachane bowling to AB de Villiers.
AB de Villiers, well, we have seen time and again that AB de Villiers struggles against spin. Will Sandeep Lamachane get the better of the flamboyant South African? We'll have to wait and see. And Shreyas Iyer is marching in the ground right now, trying to arrange his field. As far as the points table go, Delhi Capitals are placed 3rd and RCB are at the very bottom. If they win this one, they'll certainly climb to the 7th spot, and if they win it comprehensively, they can very well climb even to the 6th spot. So that'll be interesting to see, because nobody was giving them a chance. RCB losing matches consecutively right at the start of the tournament, and if they win it from here, well, they'll face some uproar from their fans as AB de Villiers makes a walk back to the strike after this. Sandeep Lamachane, well, he has been good for Delhi Capitals. RCB have won on 8 consecutive occasions here at the Firoz Shah Kotla.
And that's what exactly Virat Kohli was pointing after the toss was won by Shreyas Iyer, saying that we are going to win this one, and it will be a 9th one on the trot. Well, that he is one brilliant character, Virat Kohli. He's quite confident and he expects his team to be that confident as well. And in spite of being 8th on the table, you can see the positivity that comes out from him. His mentality is quite inspiring, and that is why RCB have now won 3-3, and this could be 4-4 if they manage to win this game. It's 93 for 2. And talking about Sandeep Lamichane's IPL figures, he's played 8 games for the Delhi Capitals. Had earlier played for the Delhi Daredevils previously as well. So 8 matches played by Sandeep Lamichane, has taken 13 wickets, the best of 3 for 36, average of 19, strike rate of 14.7. So he's been quite impressive for the Delhi Capitals. The young Sandeep Lamichane.
Well, he has been quite impressive for Delhi Capitals, but as we speak, the required run rate now climbs over 10, and troubles now start for RCB because the slow pace of the innings would certainly go on to hurt them. If AB de Villiers is there at the crease, they won't be bothered because he can certainly score at a rate which is far superior to 10. And for Delhi Capitals, the equation is simple. They need the wicket of AB de Villiers as soon as possible because lower down the order, RCB have struggled. Stoinis, Klaasen, although they are in the side, and Gurkirat also makes an entry, but that batting order is rather shaky as Shivam Dube is getting in on the act. Another 6, and this time Sandeep Lamichane is the one who's hammered over the long on and mid-wicket region, and Shivam Dube, well, he's turning out to be quite a player for RCB. 21 now off of 12 deliveries, and AB de Villiers, well, he's looking like he was on the back foot, and Shivam Dube is playing the role of the aggressor here.
Well, 101 for 2, and how costly will that drop catch prove to be for the Delhi Capitals by Rahul Tewatia? We saw in the previous game between the Rajasthan Royals and Kolkata Knight Riders, Sunil Narayan dropped an absolute dolly off Ryan Parag, and he ended up finishing the game in favour of Rajasthan Royals. So it's quite important for Delhi's sake that they now get their heads right into the act and take their catches. It's 101 for 2. RCB are very much in the game. 87 required of 54 deliveries, and AB de Villiers has given a clear indication that it's Shivam Dube who will play the role of an aggressor, and as the game advances forward, AB de Villiers will move forward with big hitting of his own.
Well, certainly he's capable of striking the ball above the strike rate of 200, and if he bats on for 5 to 6 overs, he can certainly take the game away from Delhi. As Rutherford has been now brought in by Shreyas Iyer, he is bowling to de Villiers, and he will take a single of the very first delivery. So now Shivam Dube is back on strike, and Rutherford, well, he has been quite brilliant for them in the first innings, scoring a brilliant cameo to make the total around 187, 188 being the target for RCB in the second innings, and he's now given the responsibilities with the ball by Shreyas Iyer. What will he do? We'll have to wait and see for that, but if he takes a wicket or 2 here on, Delhi Capitals would be very happy from his performance.
Well, it's 102 for 2, a short delivery ball by Rutherford, and an inside edge, but the fielder collects it. They'll take a single. Amin Ahmed is listening to us from Jordan and saying that there is no telecast here, so he's enjoying the chit chat between us. Well, it's a pleasure, Amin, and thank you for joining in on Sports Flashes Cricket Lounge. Pravind Kumar saying that if DC want to win this game, they have to get out, they have to take the wicket off AB de Villiers as quick as possible. Rahul Kulkarni is already supporting Kolkata Knight Riders. He's ready for the next game. Hulaj Kolsha saying that Chennai, Mumbai and Delhi will progress towards the playoffs. But with this man batting in the big 6, will it be a big? In fact, it's a good catch taken by Akshar Patel at deep mid-wicket, and returning the compliment over here, Akshar Patel, he dismissed Virat Kohli in similar manner. He bowled a short delivery. Virat Kohli went for the big pull. It was Rutherford standing at deep mid-wicket. This time it's Rutherford who bowled a short delivery. AB de Villiers went for the big pull, and Akshar Patel this time took a catch. So they say thank you and welcome to each other, but that is clearly a big blow for the RCB. The umpires are giving it a look, but I think it's safe.
According to the confidence shown by Akshar Patel, it looks like it's safe, and with that, major blow for RCB fans as AB de Villiers will have to make the walk back to the pavilion. Akshar Patel, fantastic, making the stretch and getting the wicket off AB de Villiers. Umpire's sign is it out, only one step. Did he touch the boundary on that occasion? He looks safe here. We'll have to look from another angle, but here what will the umpire say? We'll have to look on for that. This wicket will certainly be very crucial, and it's given out by the third umpire, and AB de Villiers is gone, and RCB fans, well, now things will be very complicated from here on as your star player is back into the heart. 17 of 19 deliveries. He was slow. He was trying to go for the boundaries, trying to score some big runs, but in the process completely fluffs it. Akshar Patel with a brilliant catch, and with that it's now heavily bent in the favor of Delhi Capitals this game.
A good catch taken by Akshar Patel. Two good catches taken, and though there was one catch dropped by Rahul Tewatia, but two catches of Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers might just decide the fate of the game. But RCB are still very well in it. 85 needed of 51 deliveries. Shivam Dubey looks like a proper set batsman in there. He's on 22 of 13 deliveries. 2 sixes already under his belt. And they still have a decent batting lineup with Marcus Stoinis and Henry Klassen still to come for them. Gurkirat Maan is also there. So you never know. It will be a crucial phase the next few overs for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. They can get the runs. But if you talk about the overs remaining, Sandeep Lamachane has a few, Kagiso Rabada has a few, and it will be difficult for them. Well, it's South Africa's Henrik Klassen who comes at number 5 to score his first runs in this season's IPL, finally getting an opportunity to bat. He comes in place of Moeen Ali. Moeen Ali has left for the World Cup camp for England, and it's Henry Klassen who takes a single on the very first delivery.
Henry Klassen, well, now they need a partnership. Shivam Dubey was looking good. He scored some massive sixes for RCB, but the dismissal of AB de Villiers would weigh heavy on the RCB fans, as the walk back is as heavy as anything. Akshar Patel took a brilliant catch right at the boundary. He almost got over the line and gave it into a six, but managed to stay balanced right when it was required. The Rutherford providing them with the essential wicket of Akshar Patel. Well, he's been involved. He's been involved in every dismissal of the three. He was the one who took the catch on the very first of Parthiv Patel when he was dismissed. He was the one who was bowling of when the Virat Kohli was dismissed, and he is the one who took the catch of AB de Villiers.
Let's not forget it was his partnership along with Rutherford, 46 odd runs in that final few overs, which got them to this total. So it's Rutherford and Akshar Patel who are totally dominating the game with their individual brilliance. 2 runs taken over here by Klassen. A good over by Rutherford against the run of play. It's 107 for the loss of 3 wickets in 12 overs. The runs needed now for the Royal Challengers Bangalore is such that they need 81 runs from 48 deliveries. Very much gettable, but if they keep losing wickets at regular intervals, then it will become a really difficult task for them. Dildeep Mehta saying yes, they have got the wicket of ABD. Tenzing Sugrab saying that he's waiting for the next match as well. He's a big KKR supporter, and I wish you well, Tenzing. I hope they do well in this game, because they've lost 6 out of 6. Hulaj Kolcha, Thiv Garan is also here with us. Chandra Kumar supporting RCB. Rahul Kulkarni saying KKR versus MI is the game that I'm waiting for, and quite a few people. Unnati Pandey is here as well in a usual conversation with Hulash. It's 107 for 3 after 12 overs. 81 needed of 48 deliveries. Henry Klassen is on 3, while Shivam Dubey is on 23.
Oh well, Shivam Dubey, well, he'll have to play a crucial role here for RCB if they are to win from here, because the dismissal of Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers early on in the innings haven't helped their cause. Amit Mishra is back into attack, and he's one bowler who can do the damage for Delhi Capitals. RCB, they have played fantastically to come back into the tournament, and they certainly need a win here. If they lose it, they are out of contention for the playoff spot. It will be a respectable outing for them, because at one point it looked like they'll be sitting on the 8th place throughout the IPL tournament. But a brilliant comeback. But here, what are we seeing? Rishabh Pant takes a fantastic catch to dismiss Klassen, and he had no clue what had happened. It certainly hit his helmet after hitting his bat, but Rishabh Pant had other ideas. He didn't concentrate. He looked at the ball and got the catch. Another wicket down, and RCB hopes, well, they are also down at the moment.
Well, what a catch that was taken by the wicketkeeper Rishabh Pant. He's taken a few in this tournament. It struck the outside edge, hit Klassen's helmet, and the awareness by Rishabh Pant shown was impeccable. He full straight strike towards the final leg region and collects it safely. Another wicket falls, this time of Henry Klassen. He is also one deadly batsman, and he departs quite cheaply for just 3 runs. It's 108 for 4. Delhi Capitals now in cruise control at the moment. 80 runs needed of 46 deliveries. The current run rate is of 8, but the required run rate is closing to 11. Pankaj Kumar is here with us. Pravind Kumar also here with us. He's talking about DC dominating this game. Unnati Pandey is saying that Kohli played really well. Hulash Kolcha is asking us if AB de Villiers is dismissed. Well, he was dismissed in the previous over by Rutherford by a catch taken by Akshar Patel, and now it's Henrik Klassen who's out by Amit Mishra, and the catch was taken by the wicketkeeper Rishabh Pant. 108 for 4 runs needed for the Royal Challengers Bangalore are 80 of just 46 deliveries. Will they be able to win this game? Will they be able to make it 4 wins out of 4 for their franchise? Only time will tell. Marcus Stoinis might be the next man. In fact, it's not Marcus Stoinis, it's Gurkirat Singh Mann. So they're saving Marcus Stoinis for the final few overs. Is this the right move taken by RCB, or should they have sent Marcus Stoinis up ahead?
Well, there's no point because it's too many runs. If anyone is to strike, they need someone to strike and stay till the end. Maybe that's the and they know how they play fair, but what a catch by Rishabh Pant on that occasion. Fantastic to get to the ball as soon as it hit the helmet of Klassen after hitting the bat, and he had no idea what had happened. He was looking absolutely stunned after the ball had hit his head, and Rishabh Pant was absolutely sensational to react on that. Gurkirat has been sent in. Maybe there's something to this player that they have decided to send him up the order rather than Marcus Stoinis. But Shivam Dube, well, what a role that does he have, the youngster. He needs to stay at the pitch for at least 5 to 6 overs if RCB are to win from here. Gurkirat Singh, IPL, he has played 31 matches, only 344 runs to his name, 230 plus totals for him, and a strike rate of 125. Will this be the match that changes his stat? We'll have to wait and see. And RCB fans would be hoping that this lad certainly provides them with some runs when the time is asking for it. At the moment, it's now 12.5 overs done, 111 for 4 for RCB.
12.5 overs have been done, 111 for 4. And Resham Lal Khanal is asking us if Sandeep Lamachane has taken a wicket. Well, he hasn't taken a wicket, Resham Lal. He has gone for 26 runs in his 2 overs. He still has 2 overs remaining, and you never know, he might be able to take a wicket or 2 for the Delhi Capitals. Khalid Memon is here saying that RCB have a really long way to go, and I agree to that, Khalid. It's a 111 for 4. Amit Mishra has bowled wonderfully well today. 2.5 overs, just 18 runs, and also took the wicket, and that might just be another wicket. It's a top edge, and a good catch taken this time by Gabbar Shikhar Dhawan. He was turning at point, he went back, and a classy catch taken by Shikhar Dhawan. He scored a 50 early on in the first innings, and now RCB have lost 3 wickets in just 2 overs.
Fantastic on that occasion. Amit Mishra doing the damage. We were talking about him being a quality spinner. He gets 2 wickets to his name. Shivam Dube trying to go for a big heave, but Shikhar Dhawan, how good was he to get to the ball and take a catch. And as soon as he got up, he celebrated in his style. A pat on his thigh, and Rutherford and Rabada celebrating with him on that occasion. Shivam Dube, he departs. 24 of 16 for him. 13 overs are done, 111 on board, and a disastrous middle over innings by RCB continue.
Well, 111 for 5. We saw a similar picture when Delhi Capitals were batting. They lost the big wicket of Rishabh Pant. Then it was followed by Shreyas Iyer. Then they lost Colin Ingram, but a late cameo by Rutherford and Akshar Patel completely changed the context of the game, and Delhi Capitals reached 187. And similar thing could be done by the RCB as well, because they still have Marcus Stoinis in the batting lineup, and he is one big hitter of the ball. Never count him out, but is it too late? We'll just have to see. 42 deliveries remain. Runs to get for the Royal Challengers Bangalore are now 77. Khalid Memon saying that again Mishra trapped Shivam Dube. Resham Lal Khanal supporting DC, saying that DC will win this game, and Pravind Kumar saying that the good batsmen get out in tandem. Unnati Pandey also telling us the score is 111 for 5. Khalid Memon saying that Mishra ji, we need one more wicket. I think Mishra ji is in his fantasy team, Khalid Memon. Am I right or not? It's 111 for 5, and Marcus Stoinis is the new batsman to join in with Gurkirat Singh Mann. And if we talk about the bowling figures, then Ishant Sharma bowled 2, conceded 21 runs, didn't take a wicket. Akshar Patel bowled 3 overs, conceded 22, took the big wicket of Virat Kohli. Lamachane bowled 2 overs, conceded 26 runs, took no wicket. And Kagiso Rabada bowled 2 overs, gave away 16 runs, picked the wicket of Parthiv Patel, who was batting well. Amit Mishra bowled 3 overs. The pick of the bowlers for me, 18 runs given and 2 wickets taken. Rutherford was as well, 1 over, 6 runs, and that huge wicket of AB de Villiers against the run of play. It's 111 for 5, and it's Akshar Patel now bowling his final over of his spell.
Akshar Patel, well, he has been involved here and there in the major wickets for Delhi Capitals. He was the one who was responsible for the catch of Parthiv Patel right there at the start of the innings after the brilliant start by Parthiv Patel, and he was the one who took the wicket of Virat Kohli, and he was the one who took the catch of AB de Villiers. So fantastic there on that occasion. And Shikhar Dhawan, oh, how brilliant was that catch. Rabada celebrates with him, and so does every DC fan, because they feel from now on it's an easy win for them.
And you see what that pep talk must have done, that pep talk which Ricky Ponting was having during the strategic timeout. I'm sure they were pretty much terrified with him after that drop catch of by Rahul Tewatia. And a few blinders taken by Akshar Patel and Rishabh Pant as well as Shikhar Dhawan. So anything's still quite possible for them, but it's time is running out. It's 112 for 5, 13.3 overs have been bowled, and I think Marcus Stoinis has to be the last hope for the Royal Challengers Bangalore.
Well, if it is if they want to do anything from here on, this is the time. One more wicket and it's all done and dusted, because the target would be too far for them and they wouldn't have any batsmen. Marcus Stoinis, can he play one blinder of an innings to win it from here for RCB? Because Delhi Capitals have done fairly good so far for coming back into the game after the initial blistering of an innings by Parthiv Patel to give RCB the great start. We'll have to wait and see how Gurkeerat and Stoinis perform, because the responsibilities now lie on these two shoulders.
Well, another good over bowled by Akshar Patel, and that's 4 overs up by him. Brilliant performance by the left arm spinner. 4 overs, 26 runs and 1 wicket, that too of Virat Kohli. The score is now 114 for 5 and 13.5 overs have been bowled. Bangalore now need 73 runs of the 36 deliveries. In the last delivery, it was Gurkeerat Singh Mann who flicked it towards the mid-wicket region and took a single. He will retain the strike. Madhav M saying that Kohli should not be included in RCB team. Well, that is a very controversial statement. I'm sure none of the people will agree with you. Khalid Memon saying that he wants one more from Mishra ji. Resham Lal Khan also saying that one more wicket please DC guys. One hand, and Hulash Kocha Pankaj Kumar is here as well. 115 for 5 is the score. 14 overs have been bowled. Amit Mishra also now bowling his final over of his spell. What a wonderful spell he has bowled so far. 3 overs, 19 runs and 2 wickets with an economy of 6.6.
Well, fantastic spell for them. After the 14 overs, RCB are at 116 for 5, and DC were somewhere similar, 114 for them after 14, but the only difference was the wickets. They had lost only 2 wickets, and Rishabh Pant, he had a chance to execute a run out on that occasion but just missed it. And the major difference is that RCB has lost 3 more wickets now, and how far will this go to damage their proposition of winning this game, because they only have 2 players they rely on. Parthiv Patel is an addition because he has played fantastically for them in this season's IPL, but Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers, these 2 players are the ones who hold the key for their win, and none of them have clicked on this evening. It's very, very difficult at this point because they need 70 runs from 35 balls. It's very difficult from here on to win it for the RCB side.
118 for 5, and all of the star batsmen have walked back to the hut. Parthiv Patel, who was in good form, played a good knock of 35. He's back. Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers also dismissed, and the only batsman now remaining for them to win this game, if anyone has it in them, then I think Marcus Stoinis will be that man. And just a reminder that Moeen Ali is not there in the RCB camp. The reason for that is that he's on his way to England and will get prepared for the World Cup along with the rest of his teammates. And Dave Singh also, he suffered an injury to the shoulder, because of which he is also not there in the side. So you can see things are looking bleak at the moment for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. 119 for 5. It's a hot day at Delhi. There are sprinklers that are going around the stadium in order to cool down the audience, and you have to say that the players must be feeling the heat over there. It's 119 for 5. Gurkeerat is on 8, just drives it towards the cover region and takes a single. Stoinis will be the man now facing Amit Mishra. 3 deliveries remaining, and aggressive captaincy by Shreyas Iyer, because there has now been a slip fielder placed for the remaining of the 3 deliveries, especially with Marcus Stoinis on track. Definitely having an attacking mentality over there. Shreyas Iyer is the batsman. That's a classy shot played over Mishra's head by Stoinis, and a crucial boundary for them. 123 for 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after 14.4 overs, and RCB will need many more of that.
Well, certainly they need many boundaries from here on, but fantastic shot on that occasion by Marcus Stoinis over the head of the bowler and straight down the ground and hits the side screen on that meta. 4 more for RCB, and at this position it is highly unlikely that RCB will pull it off, but if they're able to, we are in for a treat of an innings by either Gurkirat or Marcus Stoinis.
A square cut played by Marcus Stoinis this time around. Will it be another boundary? No, it won't. It didn't have enough legs, but they will manage to take the 2 runs. So good batting by Stoinis. 63 now needed of 31 deliveries, and he played a blazy innings against the Kings 11 Punjab and smashed hardest billion all over the park in the previous game. So he has it in him to smash the fast bowlers, and he will be backing himself once again because he's RCB's last hope, if you ask me.
Well, certainly he is, because none of them who are coming after him are prominent batsmen, and Marcus Stoinis certainly holds the key for RCB's challenge in this game. 63 now required of 31 deliveries. Final delivery of the 15th over now set to be bowled. Marcus Stoinis, he'll be looking for the boundary here. He's looking where the fielders are. Amit Mishra bowls in the final delivery. Marcus Stoinis, well, that will only result in a single because the fielder is there on that occasion. So 126 now up on board for RCB after 15 overs. 5 wickets are down, and with that, Marcus Stoinis and Gurkirat, they make their partnership of 14 runs now. And as things stand, it's still Delhi Capitals' game to lose, because they are heavily in favour to win it from here. They have everything in their hands. If they lose it, they'll only have themselves to blame, because they have done the hard part. As Wali very much says, that they are usually the ones who do the hard part. It's just the finishing that they are not able to provide to the games.
126 for 5, 62 now required for RCB to win in 30 deliveries. Pravind Kumar is saying that DC will win this game by 20 runs. Resham Lal Khanal is asking us who bowled the last over. Well, it was Amit Mishra who bowled the last over. Khalid Memon saying still a long way to go for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Resham Lal Khanal also asking for another wicket. Pravind Kumar was also asking Mishra to take another wicket. Well, that's it from Amit Mishra. He picked up 2 big wickets and gave away quite a few runs as well. Just 29 runs of his 4 over spell, and picked up 2 wickets. So that's all over from Amit Mishra. But another spinner comes into action, and it's your favourite, Sandeep Lamachane. 2 overs remaining for Sandeep Lamachane as well. He was expensive in the first 2 overs, conceded 26 runs. Will he be able to conclude his spell in a grand manner or not? Only time will tell. It's Marcus Stoinis who is bowling to. Just looped it up, and that's a big shot. Will that be a big 6? That does look like a 6, and that's a 6. Marcus Stoinis will need to strike a few heavy blows like such as that in order to win the game for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. 56 now needed of 28 deliveries. Delhi Capitals will not rest easy unless and until this man does not depart. And on the second delivery, it's Lamachane who's been taken to the cleaners. A 6 over his head.
Fantastic by Stoinis. He is looking to take the attack back to the Delhi Capitals bowlers. The pressure was on him, but he has certainly replied successfully. And Marcus Stoinis is looking like he'll hit many more like these. And if he stays at the pitch for long, it's trouble for Delhi fans, because he is looking very good right now at the pitch. 133 now up on board for RCB. 15.3 overs are done, and Lamachane has been hit for a 6 by Marcus Stoinis. Gurkirat now is at strike.
Gurkirat must do the sensible thing and give as much a strike to Marcus Stoinis as possible, because he's a really good player of the spin, especially when the ball is tossed up. He goes for the big shot over the spinner's head, and he succeeds more often than not. So it's 133 for 5 after 15.3 overs. 55 now needed of 27 deliveries. Gurkirat man almost got bowled by that beautiful googly delivered by Sandeep Lamachane. His bat came at the very last moment, and for those of you who think that this will be the only game of the night, well, you are wrong, because there's another game approaching. It's a double header, Super Sunday. It's Kolkata Knight Riders versus the Mumbai Indians, which starts at 8 p.m. and that will also be an interesting competition, because Kolkata Knight Riders need to bounce back in order to qualify for the playoffs. They're still in it. Mumbai Indians on the other end, if they win today, they might go on top of the table. So it's 134 for 5, a single taken by Stoinis on the 4th delivery. 135 for 5 with that, and the runs now needed for them to win is 53 of 25 deliveries.
Fantastic by Marcus Stoinis to stay at the pitch and score big runs for them when required. He is certainly performing under pressure, but for how long, that is the question. And as we speak, Mumbai Indians and KKR, they have made their arrival on the Eden Gardens, where the match is set to take place, the second of the Sunday doubleheader. And after 16 overs are done, it's 136 for the loss of 5 wickets. Gurkirat and Stoinis are still at the pitch. Stoinis playing at 17 off of 11 deliveries. Gurkirat with runner ball at 10. And the strategic timeout has been taken. We'll also take a short break. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot, will go for it, and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Welcome back to Cricket Lounge on Sports Flashes. I'm Karthik Sinha in the studio, and I've got news that it's 52 more required from the final 4 overs for Royal Challengers Bangalore to win the game, and of the 4, 2 are supposed to be bowled by whom? Kagiso Rabada. So it's not going to be very easy, that's for sure, for RCB, as they are still languishing at the bottom of the table with 8 points from 11 matches. Delhi Capitals, if they win today, will move up to the, if I'm correct, the top of the table with the 16 points, but a better net run rate than Chennai Super Kings. Would you believe that? Delhi Capitals, top of the table. I never thought I'd be able to survive and say this in my lifetime, but it's not still not done with 52 required from the final 24 deliveries. As I said, I'm Karthik Sinha. With me is Paritosh Joshi in the Cricket Lounge. Very warm welcome, Paritosh, and all our listeners. Ishant Sharma, it seems, will bowl over number 17.
Well, Marcus Stoinis and Gurkirat Maan, the only batsmen left for RCB. After this, it's only bowlers who will be bowling for them, and it's hard to digest as an RCB fan, but with this loss, you'll be out of the contention for the playoff. But these two are not looking like they'll bog down, and they are still scoring boundaries. A boundary of the very first ball by Gurkirat against Ishant Sharma, and hope is still on for you guys as RCB fans. But if they win it from here, well, one contest will we will register that will be remembered in IPL history.
Well, a boundary there to start off over number 17. It's 140 for 5 as a shortest delivery pulled away by Gurkirat Singh Maan towards square leg for 4. And Khalid Menon says Stoinis is the key here, while Pravind Kumar says 40% chance of RCB to win this game. As now the next one worked away towards square leg for an easy run. Singles is something that Delhi Capitals and Shreyas Iyer will not mind. It's the boundaries that will certainly be on the top of the mind of both Iyer and RCB batsmen. They want that, and Delhi Capitals will not want to leak those as Amit Mishra has now completed his quota of 4 overs, 2 wickets for him with 29 runs given away as Gorak Katiat says bye-bye RCB. It's not over till the fat lady sings. Resham Lal Khanal wants a more wicket and loves our channel. Thank you very much, sir. As the score is now 141 for 5. Paratosh has taken a well-deserved break. The boy's been on for a very long time. I've got Wally back in Cricket Lounge. Welcome back, brother.
Well, thank you so much, Karthik. It's 141 for 5 after 16.2 overs. The game is not over yet. Marcus Stoinis is the man on strike. And if we talk about the equation right now, it's 47 of 22 deliveries. No, it's 47 of 22 deliveries, and it's Ishant Sharma bowling to Marcus Stoinis. A single taken after driving it towards the long off fielder is 142 for 5. 16.3 overs have been bowled, and Khalid Memon saying that this match is in favour of Delhi Capitals, 65-35, and Marcus Stoinis is the key. Like Khalid Memon said, well, I do think that he is the key, because if they lose his wicket, then they don't have much of a batting lineup after that.
Well, the next game tonight will be Kolkata Knight Riders versus Mumbai Indians, and that's going to be interesting with two big West Indians up against each other. Andre Russell versus Kieran Pollard, but that's about 45 minutes from now, the start of that game. The toss will come in about 14 minutes or 16 minutes. We'll bring you the update, but right now it's 46 needed of 21 deliveries as Ishant Sharma bowls one, and Gurkeela slogs it away towards the mid-wicket. Was that what a shot that is! Wonderful from Gurkeela. Stand and deliver. I think that's a boundary there. I'm not sure. We're waiting for the umpire's confirmation. Did that travel all the way? Was flat, as one can see, but did he have enough on it for it to clear the fence? Well, oh yes,
6.
It hit the boundary rope, so 6 it will be.
And it's 14 out from 20 balls needed, so it's still anyone's game. You never know, anyone could win this game.
From Dinda Academy
is back. Is finally back in his back to his brilliant best, conceding 32 runs off 2.4 overs. And if you talk about the bowling lineup for the Delhi Capitals, and the overs remaining for Sandeep Labuchene is 1. Ishant Sharma has 1 over. After this, Akshar Patel has finished his quota. Kagiso Rabada has 2 overs. That will be the crucial element, but that's the top edge, and that would be another boundary for RCB. So 36 now needed of 19. They're definitely getting back into the game, and Delhi Capitals are now under pressure.
Well, unlucky that for Ishant Sharma, I have to say, was a length delivery outside the off stump. Wanted to slog it away towards mid-wicket, got the top edge, and the ball raced over, flew over the slip cordon, and it was for Washington Sundar is still to come, according to Khalid Menon. Yes, he's a handy batsman. Dildeep Mahata saying Delhi Capitals come on, while Khalid says the match is in the balance now. Well, if the wickets continue to come, then it could change very, very quickly. An expensive over that from Ishant Sharma. Started off with a boundary, a 6 there as well, and now another boundary in the 5 deliveries that he's bowled as he comes in now for the final time in this over. 152, and a rare dot ball from Ishant Sharma in this over. Thank God, a dot there to end the over. 17 gone, 152 for 5. 3 overs remaining and 36 to get for Royal Challengers Bangalore to cause an upset.
So it's quite obvious that Kagiso Rabada is going to be bowling this over, so it will be crucial from his side to bowl an economical over as well as pick up a wicket or two. Otherwise, these two might be able to run away with the game. Is 36 now needed of 18 deliveries. Dildeep Mehta still supporting Delhi Capitals. Khalid Memon saying that the next over will decide the fate of the match. Pankaj Kumar supporting the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Manju Nath also supporting RCB. Khalid Memon not so long ago was saying that it's 65-35 in favour of Delhi, and then as soon as 2 boundaries were struck, he's saying that the match is in balance now.
Absolutely, that's what doesn't take too long in this format of the game and the fag end of the innings to change very quickly. Our old friend Gerald Coutinho is back supporting RCB. Welcome back, Mr. Coutinho. How are you, brother? As Pankaj Kumar says, RCB win the game. Kagiso Rabada to bowl in over number 18 and over number 20. So hopefully he can restrict. He'll come in to bowl to Marcus Stoinis as Stoinis dabs one away towards the square leg for a single of the first delivery, and now the score with that moves up to 153 for 5. Stoinis is now on 19 of 13 deliveries, 35 needed of 17 deliveries, a wicket or two, a couple of dot balls, and be very, very nice for Delhi. Kagiso Rabada, the man at the top of the charts as far as wicket takers are concerned, the man with the purple cap. 24 wickets this season for Kagiso Rabada from 12 matches, while the next in line is Imran Tahir 17 wickets, and he has Mahendra Chahal with 16 at number 3. So he's far ahead is Rabada. As he bowls a shot, slower one, pulled away, but one bounce towards the shot at 5 leg. Only a singles. It's not a problem here for Delhi.
34 now needed of 16 deliveries. Ram Narayan saying that Duckworth Lewis is a good indicator of where the team needs to be. Well, there is no indication of rain at the moment right now. I think he was talking about the net run rate over here. I think so.
Duckworth Lewis and Stern method is something that's used. It was Duckworth Lewis first, but then Duckworth Lewis and Stern method is what they are, because if rain comes or if there is anything that stops the game from now on, then it will be coming in, and the par score is 151. So if the game stops today, then right now then it will be RCB who will win. Well, hopefully rain stays away. At the moment Delhi is as hot as it can be. No chance of rain, so no problem there. Nail biting finish on the card, says Info Sagar, while we got Syang Jolly Teal saying DC will win today, and that way 152 for 5 after 17 overs chasing 188 means that they are ahead by 1.
That's what he means.
Ram Narayan. So yes, they are at 1 run ahead of the par score. That was 151, but no rain. I hope it stays away, as now we got another single here worked away towards long on. This is a good over by Kagiso Rabada, firing in those sharp bouncers and yorkers, keeping the batsman guessing. And Pankaj Kumar, no problem. And Tenzing Sugrab says, I wish KKR win at least today in the next match. Tired of seeing KKR not winning for so long. Well,
aren't we all? It was the case for the Royal Challengers Bangalore when the tournament started, but now the fortunes have shifted. It's RCB who have struck 3 wins in 3 and very much on course of winning the 4th game. You never know. Kolkata Knight Riders on the other end, ever since winning that game majestically at the Chennaswamy Stadium, have now suffered 6 defeats on the tour. It's Kagiso Rabada meanwhile bowling another good delivery, and will that be a single or will they go for the 2? I think they will go for 2. So good running between the wickets, but a good over nonetheless by Kagiso Rabada, and it's very important for Ishant Sharma to bowl a good over in the next over and give over set a target over 20 for the Royal Challengers Bangalore.
He'll give away 20 in that over. Ishant Sharma is that capable, so I don't know. I don't trust Ishant Sharma. I don't trust him with the ball in the final few overs. Unudeep Pandey supporting RCB, Dildeep Mahato supporting Delhi Capitals here, and he wants a wicket now. In fact, he's being greedy. He won 2 wickets now, Dildeep. No problem. 2 big hits and match over, says Khalid Manon. Yes, 2 big hits, and it could straight away turn in the favour of RCB. But right now, excellent over by Rabada. Only 6 runs off it, as the final delivery is a .1. So what an over at this stage for Kagiso Rabada. Just 6 runs is what he's given away. 4 singles and a double. And Virat Kohli certainly not very happy. Prasanna Bashal, welcome back. He's asking about Sandeep Lamachane. He is playing today, although was a bit expensive, Sandeep Lamachane, when he bowled. He's bowled 3 overs so far, as Lamachane is given away 36 runs and is yet to pick up a wicket. Now 12 deliveries remaining. Ishant Sharma has got an over left, Lamachane has got an over left, and Kagiso Rabada has got an over left. I think it'll be Ishant Sharma who will bowl over number 19, possibly the most important over in this run chase or in this defence for Delhi Capitals. 30 needed on the final 2 overs for RCB to win this game.
Well, I'm quite sure that it will be Ishant Sharma who will be more under pressure, because the responsibility is now on his shoulders, and with the reputation that he has had in white ball cricket, especially when Faulkner used to be the batsman. I think it was quite tarnished for a quite while, but the second last over, a good delivery, slower delivery, a single taken, so not a bad start by Ishant Sharma, because only the 1 run taken by the batsman as he guided the ball towards the mid-wicket region. 29 now needed of 11. RCB need some big blows in order to stay alive in this game. It's 29 of 11, because smashing Kagiso Rabada for over 20 runs will be one of the most difficult tasks to do.
Absolutely, and Kagiso Rabada will be the man given the responsibility to bowl the final over. But before that, Ishant Sharma has to bowl good 5 deliveries for Rabada to stand a chance of defending whatever there is. Ishant Sharma bowling over number 19, 159 for the loss of 5 wickets at the moment. And Sandeep, now you want Dildeep Mahata. You don't want Delhi to win, do you? The spinners have been taken to cleaners, as now Ishant bowls a dot ball. Yes, a rare dot ball from Ishant Sharma again. While we have Ram Narayan saying thank you. I meant to say not just the rain, it's also useful metric of where you are while chasing. Yes, I agree with that as well. Gives you a fair idea if you're ahead or behind of what you need to do. So excellent stuff, Ram Narayan, that. And we got Mohammad Saim Shah also tuning in to our YouTube feed. A very warm welcome to all of you. And Pankaj Kumar wants RCB to win. And Pradeep Gurung says DC. And Dildeep Mahath has been wanting a wicket for a long time. Can Ishan deliver an outside edge? And well, it did bounce before Rishabh Pant. And the ball just jumps out of his gloves and goes away towards the short third man. Only a single there. At the moment that ball went towards third man, Ishant Sharma just spread his arms around saying, just a single, guys, just a single, calm down. I mean, he should calm down himself.
Well, it was going.
I should calm down too.
Well, it was going as a wide, and I could understand your feelings because I'm a Delhi Capitals supporter too. Karthik, it's 160 for 580 after 18.3 overs, and it is turning out to be a really nail-biter of a finish. But Ishant Sharma, 3 good balls so far, just 2 runs coming off of it. It's 160 for 528 now needed of 9 deliveries. Gurkirat Maan will be backing himself to hit a boundary or a 6 in order to still remain in the hut, and 3 crucial deliveries now coming for both the camps. Will Ishant Sharma deliver, or will it be Gurkirat Maan who strikes a boundary and releases a bit of pressure? It's what a catch that has been taken by Rishabh Pant. What a catch!
What a catch by Rishabh Pant. They're all rushing towards him. I think it's more of Pant's wicket than it is of Ishant Sharma. Went for the flashy drive, did Gurkirat Maan, got the outside edge, and Rishabh Pant flew away towards his right. Single-handed catch. Mid-air he was, and what a catch. Excellent reflexes there from Rishabh Pant, and that's the end of another wicket here. 6th down, and Ishant Sharma, more importantly for Delhi, it's a dot ball. 160 for 6 is the score, Anjana. Gurkirat gone for 27.
And he's taking 2 blinders today, Karthikeyan. He took 1 catch of Henry Klaasen while running towards the final leg region. That was good as well. But this one was just quick hand-eye reflexes by Rishabh Pant. Phenomenal keeping and a good over ball by Ishant Sharma. You can see his tactic. He's bowling it outside the off stump. He's bowling it on the 7th or 8th stump in order to entice the batsman to go for the big shot over mid-wicket. But since they're not able to get the connection, the edge comes into play and a wicket, as we just saw. It's 160 for 6 after 18.4 overs. Now it's truly Delhi to lose the game because the required run rate is well above 20 runs per over, and if you look at it, it's Washington Sundar. He could smash a few, but he just has 2 deliveries in this over. Will he give the strike to Stoinis, or will he go for the extravagant boundary? Pradeep Gurung saying well done guys. Dildeep Mehta saying well done Pant. Anjana saying that it's a knockout match for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Mukesh Kumar, Mohammad Mozam supporting Delhi Capitals, and it's a short delivery. Will it be another single by Washington Sundar? So it's another single, another good delivery, and what an over this is turning out to be for the Delhi Capitals. Just 4 runs or 3 runs.
Don't jinx it, Wali. We still have Ishant Sharma to bowl the final delivery. Don't jinx it. But what a catch that by Rishabh Pant. Certainly excellent stuff, and straight away everyone ran to him, patting his head, patting his back, and got a hug from Akshar Patel as well. There did Rishabh Pant, and Gurkirat was fairly disappointed with himself. Gone for 27 of 19 deliveries now with Washington Sundar, the new man, along with Marcus Stoinis. They certainly need to get a game-going single there. As now, what an over! Would you believe it? Ishant Sharma only 4 runs in that over, and the wicket of Gurkirat Maan. 19 overs gone. It's 162 for 6. Everybody in the Delhi dugout is applauding that effort from Ishant Sharma. They weren't expecting this. They can't believe it. I can see a few of them pinching themselves, saying, "What? Ishant Sharma only 4 runs in an over?"
Well, he's bowled quite well in the IPL this season. Apart from that penultimate over of his, he got smashed for a few boundaries. He's bowled quite well, and this just emphasizes that he's no longer a student of that academy anymore. It's 160 for 6, and for Bangalore to win this game, they need 26 runs to win from the 6 deliveries, and it's going to be really hard. It's going to be a big mountain to climb because it's Kagiso Rabada who will be bowling the final over.
Well, this is not a knockout match as far as the playoffs are concerned, but if RCB lose today, guys, then they will be out of the running to qualify for the playoffs. That's in that way it's a knockout game. Well, Devinder, thank you so much for the love. And Dildeep Mahathir says, well done, DC. And Ram Narayan says, it would be nice if RCB can nick this game somehow. DC can afford a bad game, but RCB winning will spice it up. Yes, I will agree with that. But as a DC fan, I want Delhi to win. But I have to be neutral. That's my job.
Well, we are neutral, and we want the game of cricket to win over here, but also DC to win. It's 163 for 6, and 6 deliveries, 25 runs to get. The first delivery was a wide by Kagiso Rabada. I'm sure he'll be back. Marcus Stoinis, will he be able to serve as a hero for the RCB camp. We'll just wait and watch. Short delivery, slower length, a slower ball, and will he go for the single over here? Yes, he does. So Washington Sundar will now have the strike, and it's Washington Sundar will also have to provide adequate support from the other end, because it's not all up to Marcus Stoinis. He played 24 of 19, and had he gone for the big shots and over before the Ishant Sharma won, then they still would have been in contention. I think he just took too much time over here.
I think so. I think Marcus Stoinis hasn't been in the greatest of nicks. In fact, in the last RCB game as well, he was fairly slow till the last over when he got stuck in. But right now, it's Mukesh Kumar saying Rahul was also probably his name, saying DC will win today. Congratulations to DC and team management, says Dildeep Mahata. It's not over, guys. Still 5 deliveries left. Still 24 to get. And cricket is a funny game. It can happen as Rabada now switches to down the wicket. In the air, fielder trying to get underneath it. This will be the end of Washington Sundar, taken by Shreyas Iyer. Now a 6 needed of every delivery for them to pick up for gone. And Virat Kohli, you were signalling 9 at the start of the game. You'll make it 9 wins against Delhi in Delhi. Who's laughing now, boy?
I think he was saying that we'll get 9 points in the tournament, because he has 8. There might be a rain affected game, and then RCB might get 9 points.
I think to get to 9 points, RCB, the way they're playing, the way things have turned out. But now that's wicket 7 gone. 164 for 7. Washington Sundar gone for 1. And Pankaj Kumar, Mukesh Kumar, Anjana, Dildeep, all of you, very warm welcome. Delhi, if they win today, will move to the top of the table.
And in order for RCB to win this game, now Marcus Stoinis has to smash 4 sixes in 4 deliveries. So anything less than a 6, and it is not going to work in favour of them. It's 164 for 7 of 9.
Banter already working in Cricket Lounge. I said Delhi will move top if they win, and I get a Mumbai Indian supporter from the background in Parito saying only for 2 hours.
Well, Kolkata will win the game. We know that.
Kolkata will win the game tonight, and then Mumbai can go
backpacking. It's 164 for 7.
Single there for...
single.
They
It's
did
a
not
dot, it's
take
a
a
dot.
single. It was on offer, but in the end, Marcus Stoinis, they refused to take a single. It's a dot ball. Then 24 needed of 3 deliveries. As long as you don't bowl a no ball and get hit for a 6, and then 6 and 6 and 6, should be all right to for the Delhi side to win. And sorry, Ram Narayan, it was just banter, it was just for fun. But Dinda Academy is a different ball game altogether as well, beyond us, I'm sure. As the next delivery, backed in shot, pulled away for a 6. There's still life left in RCB, but is it enough?
Well, they need 18 of 2 deliveries, and even if he bowls a no ball, I think RCB will end up losing. Ram Narayan, we've got your word for that, and we'll make sure that we don't use Dinda. We can use some other the Varun Aaron Academy.
Varun Aaron Academy, Umesh Yadav Academy, but now still 18 to get off.
We won't use them.
We won't no more slacking off our own players. As now a dot ball there, so 18 needed of the final delivery. That should be it for Delhi Capitals. Yes.
And it's 18 of 1, and what a phenomenal bowler Rizzo Rabada has proved for the Delhi Capitals, the purple cap holder, taking over 20 wickets for them, and brilliant bowling once again, 2 wickets tonight as well. Prasanna Vaishal is here saying namaskar to us. So namaskar, Prasanna.
Namaskar, Kasta sir, Ramra Sanchai sir. He's talking in Nepali. Prasanna Ramra sir, Malay Ramra sir, Timi Ramra. As now the last ball worked away towards the long on, 1 bounce and fielded. So Delhi Capitals win. They've come back for the second as well now, or just the one it is, and it doesn't matter in the end. Delhi win the contest by 16 runs, and it is now Delhi Capitals top of the table. I never imagined I could say this in my lifetime, but yes, we are top of the table as Delhi Capitals defeat RCB by 16 runs. And Virat, no, it's not 9 in a row, boy, as now the next game will be Mumbai versus Kolkata. But I'll quickly talk you through what's happened. It was Delhi who won the toss, elected to bat first, and they scored 186, in fact 87 for 5 in their 20 overs, 52 for Shreyas Iyer, 50 for Dhawan, and a quick fire 28 by Rutherford in the end took them to 187 for 5. Couple of wickets for Yuzvendra Chahal, and a wicket each for Navdeep Saini, Washington Sundar and Umesh Yadav. Teasing 188 to win. RCB could only manage 171 for 7 in their 20 overs for RCB. 39 for Parthiv Patel, 23 for Virat Kohli, 27 for Gurkirat Maan, 24 for Dubey, and 32 not out for Marcus Stoinis. But in the end, it wasn't enough. For Delhi Capitals, Amit Mishra and Rabada picked up 2 wickets each, while Ishant Sharma, Akshar Patel and Rutherford scalped 1 wicket each. So that's the news. The Delhi Capitals have defeated Royal Challengers Bangalore by 16 runs, and they have qualified for the playoffs. They become only the second team after 2012, and they become the second team to qualify for the playoffs after Chennai Super Kings. Well done, Delhi Capitals. Meanwhile, from news from Eden Gardens is that Mumbai Indians have won the toss and they have elected to bowl first. So that game starts in about half an hour. We'll bring you coverage of that contest as well, live from 7:50. Till then, we'll take your leave, and Virat Kohli, India's biggest case study. Well, we'll wait for that. Thank you, Dildeep Mahata, for the comment. And Mishra ji break RCB today. Yes, he did. Last 20 runs were the difference in that quick-fire Rutherford knock. So thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Krish Agarwal as well. Pradeep Gurung. Yes, we have done it. And it was fun when the commentators don't care about being neutral. Well, you know, we try to be neutral, but it's Delhi Capitals. I can't help it.